Yo, what's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys coming in and joining us today. Welcome to the lunch break, episode 1, Hardcore Sports, where we're going to bring down all the info and, talk about the NFL for you guys. We got some special guests with us, so hope you enjoy. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Appreciate each and every one of you being here. Thank you so much for Mitch joining us and Adam. We should have a couple other people joining us here in a little while. How you all doing tonight?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Ready to talk some football and doing behind-the-scenes stuff for the network. So I'll be working and talking at the same time.
I'm doing well. How are you two, gentlemen?
I'm doing good, Adam. How about you, bud? You doing all right? You having a good Wednesday?
Wednesday's going so far, so good today, man. Thanks for asking. How about you?
It's no problem. Just chilling, man. Kids outside playing, so just enjoying my day. Yo, what's going on, BLSG? Appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much for being here. Always first in here all the time, and damn near everyone's chat. So shout out to BLSG. What's good, my guy? Let's talk some football. Yes, sir. Fly Eagles, fly. Blue City, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Appreciate you for being here. He said, let's talk about some football, basketball, baseball, hockey, and soccer. Well, soccer's a little out of my league, but y'all.
Soccer's out of my league, too. Basketball, I got covered. So.
Sorry, man. Not a soccer guy. Only guy I know in soccer, and it's only because how famous he got was Beckham. That was it.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even Pele, not even Messi, Ronaldo.
All foreign to me, bro. Have no idea what you just said. I do not watch soccer. I've never been into soccer. That's what
the rest of the U.S.
That's why I do not talk about it. That is why I don't speak on it, because, hey, you can't speak on something you don't know, and I do not know shit about soccer.
Yeah. Oh, happy people.
Hey, Jeff, what's good, brother?
What's good, man?
Just got off the phone with a couple of people and was premiering a video, so I was just pretty busy the past 20 minutes. What's going on, Adam?
Yeah, let's also talk about the USFL being successful and coming back for a second year. And let's also talk about the XFL having a comeback in 2023. Yeah, no, man, listen, the USFL, I didn't watch much, but I watched a little bit. And from what I saw, I liked. It's different in a little bit ways, but, I liked it. And we'll see what year 2 brings. But I liked having football over football break. That is one thing I really did like about it. How about you guys?
It was okay. I thought it was okay for what it was. I mean, some of the rules were very. It was very convoluted. Some of the stuff there. I mean, I did enjoy some of the new little aspects they were throwing in there, and of course, more football was good. But at the same time, I think they need a lot to work on. And one of the things, especially, they need to get more locations for the USFL. They can't just solely have it in one place. Fly bear. I like that.
Yo, Gio, what is good, my guy? Appreciate you, sir, for stopping through. Good to see you back, man. I hope everything's okay. Love you, brother, and I hope you're doing good.
Thank you, everybody, for coming by the stream today. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to all 4 of these content creators up here and to the Hardcore Sports Network. Hope everybody's enjoying their Hump Day Wednesday.
Oh, God.
What's good, Olivia?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, the USFL is good for what it is. I hope the XFL and the NFL can merge and make an actual minor league so we can actually get some of these players that we like to develop, and then we don't have to send them off and they go develop with another team, you know?
Well, that's the Eagles. That's what the Eagles do sometimes.
Yo, what's going on, Olivia? Hey, what's up? I'll check this out when I get home. Keep up the great work. Thank you. You too.
I want to see this. This comment that by Blue City, I don't know what to believe with this, because first it's saying PJ Tucker is going to the Sixers. It's like he's going to sign with them. Now they're saying that the Heat offered him a 3-year, I think $25 million deal last night to try to bring him back. So I don't know what's going on with this. It's the same thing with Jalen Brunson with the Mavs and the Knicks. I mean, I don't know what to expect with this. I think Brunson, if he's smart, I'd rather stay in Dallas where you have at least Doncic there to play with, rather than go to the Knicks where you will get eaten up and you get chewed up and spitting out in that New York City crowd and that Madison Square Garden arena if you just don't perform well. And he'll have to be the guy there. Whereas if in Dallas, he'll be number 2 or number 3 at least. So
there's actually rumor going around that Dallas might even get Brogdon. So if they get Brogdon, who I think is better than Jalen Brunson, that's a plus in my book.
Like, as far as I know, BLSG, as far as I know, we're a go for tonight.
And there's been rumors that the Knicks might be trying to trade for Dejounte Murray as well from the Spurs. So they're not just trying to get Brunson, they're trying to get Murray as well and try to have a core of Barrett, Murray, and Brunson in New York. So, I mean, if you can make it happen.
At least I'm not the only guy, Mitch. I don't feel as bad.
My dad's a huge fan of soccer. My dad watches soccer every day.
There's more than just me. See, I'm not weird.
No, you're not. My dad watches soccer every day. So I talk about it with him every single day. I just can't watch it.
How'd your dad become a soccer fan?
He's just been a soccer fan all throughout his life. Like, he played him when he was a kid and everything.
I just can't find anything fascinating about a bunch of grown men kicking a ball. I
can't.
Soccer is great to play, but it's not that great to watch. You have to be a hardcore soccer.
Exactly.
I love playing soccer, but I don't like watching it.
No, dude. Like, when we played in gym class and shit, like, I was always competitive.
What up, Dante?
You know what I mean? Like, always competitive. But whenever I would sit there and watch it, though, it's almost, and listen, I don't give soccer any more grief than I give baseball. There are times when I watch baseball and I lose my fucking mind. I'm like, why is this taking so damn long?
It's so long.
Like, so, you know, golf is kind of the same way at times.
My parents raised me to watch golf.
What's up, Coles?
I can watch it.
What's up, Cole? So it's no hate on soccer. There's a lot of sports out there that are boring to watch but fun to play.
What about tennis or golf?
I can watch both.
I love playing golf, but I hate watching it. But tennis, dude, you don't want to see this white boy play tennis.
Oh, God.
No.
You don't want to see this.
I mean, one of our best athletes
I'm telling you right now.
In the world, Serena Williams, not anymore, but dominated for so long, you know?
And her sister,
Serena was amazing.
So was Venus.
I mean, right now she's a little on the back end of her career, but I think, you know, we need to appreciate greatness, you know, where it is, and she's transcended that sport. So whether we laugh at tennis, you know, she's done a hell of a job making a living.
And I'll give you another one, Adam. What about Roger Federer? What he did for men's tennis as well. He was fantastic for years as well. He dominated that sport.
All I'm saying is I suck at it. That's why.
Oh, no.
You got to work on your backhand?
Oh, no.
I have no backhand.
I got no forehand.
Now, I'll tell you what. I'm a beast at dodgeball.
At what?
At dodgeball.
You know what we should do one day? We should all get together and just have one big dodgeball game.
No.
Why?
No.
That'd be fun.
Getting hit with a
way too
ball,
old.
Oh.
Well, our backs will be given out before we
Fine, you can watch me and Tyler throw dodgeballs at each other.
That's fine.
I think AK and I will last run around due to our lungs.
Yeah.
I'll be done. I'll be sleeping. I can't do it. Not now. I'm too old for.
Yeah, no, I know it is, man. I know it's the original football, but
Yes.
I can't watch it. No hate against it, though. They are amazing athletes in their own right. I give them all the credit in the world. Like, some of the things they can do is ridiculous.
My brother played soccer for years, and I mean, I somehow wonder how he's able to do it for this long. I mean, he was pretty good at soccer too. He could have played it in college, but he decided to just concentrate on his studies. But just watching like him or anybody else involved, it takes a lot of endurance, and it's not as like soft as a sport as you see, because you get kicked in the ankles all the time. It takes a lot of running back and forth, especially if you're.
All that to my brother. He both of them played soccer. They were good at it. Both of them got scholarships to whatever school they wanted to, and they were tough as nails when it came to playing. My brother was a defenseman, actually beat somebody up after the game because they hit him in the knee dirty. So he took him out. He said, "I'll meet you outside in the parking lot." So I mean,
no, it is a dirty sport. I ain't gonna lie.
It is.
They get gruesome out there.
It's fun though.
Yeah,
it's fun to play pickup soccer game at times.
Yeah, no, like I said, I give them all the credit in the world because they are actually great athletes in their own right.
I'd like to go to a Manchester United game just for the culture itself. You know how we are with football. They're as rabid as we are as fans for football as they are soccer. So
exactly.
Well, bro, I ain't gonna lie.
Look who it is.
I would love to go.
I'm at work, man. The connection was crazy.
Hopefully you like that thumbnail, bro.
You need to call Jerry Jones and tell him to do some work on his team. They stink.
Here we go.
Can't take it anymore. My team just keeps failing me every year. We win 10 to 11, 12 games
Mike
a
McCarthy
year.
and his big old butt is keeping that
talking about the Giants?
Did we have to? No.
Coles, what happened in 2007? Can you remind me? What happened in 2007?
Man, I don't know.
The last time we met each other in the playoffs, what happened?
I don't know, man. It happened so long ago. Usually those type of losses.
I kind of remember R.W. McQuarters making that interception at the end of the game to seal that Giants victory. Remember that?
About the you remember the interception in the end zone?
I also remember Amani Toomer, 35 years old, running down the sidelines for a 52-yard touchdown, like one of the first plays of the game.
Yeah, I also remember Patrick Creighton that dropped the dig on.
He did.
Ifs and buts or candies and nuts every day would be Christmas. Don't give me.
Well, it's always like that with the Cowboys.
You guys remember the Miracle in the Meadowlands? I do.
Oh,
No, you remember the second miracle. You're old.
No, I remember the first one. Brian Mitchell. Brian Mitchell, I'm a huge fan of.
Herman Edwards.
Herman Edwards is probably the first one.
And the second one was Deshaun Jackson.
What about Brian Mitchell? That one he had. That's not called for anything?
Nobody cares about. No one remembers that one.
How do you not? Wow.
Is golf really a sport? Yeah,
I remember.
It's Tiger Woods. It's Tiger Woods.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is at this point, man. Everything's a sport. Even NASCAR is a sport at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Even, rugby. Rugby's another one, or
What's up, Greg?
You're gonna laugh. I was going through YouTube one day, and I've seen this guy do a live reaction to the NASCAR. I think it was the 500.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, he had like close to 1K people in there.
I can't watch a bunch of cars running around in circles like 100 times.
NASCAR.
The only thing I can watch is no.
Hey, it's fun live. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I go a lot of. It's fun live.
It's actually not bad. Horse racing.
It's Talladega Nights for me. What do I do with my hands?
Yeah, I went to the Richmond night race. I've been to Darlington. I've been to Dover many times.
Have you been in a horse racing live?
No.
Horse racing's pretty fun live if you see it.
Oh yeah.
The only reason I do that if I got a horse in the line, money on the line. That's the only time I'm watching.
Now you know what would be pretty sweet, man? Dog racing.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty dope.
Dog racing?
Them dogs are fast as shit, dude. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You'd have to get
Yeah.
greyhounds in order to do that. I think they're the type of dog that would be able to racing dogs. Bowling?
Yeah, he's saying he wants to go to the event, not have.
Yeah,
I
I'm
could see
thinking
bowling.
like an actual real one. That'd be dope.
I can see bowling.
What about bowling?
Someone's asked bowling, right? I can watch bowling live. That's
I ain't
fine.
going there, bro. I'm gonna hit you on the chat, man.
I can watch Chris
Alright,
Paul
calls.
bowl.
All right, so oh, he left.
Yeah.
Who?
He's at work right now, so that's probably
Gotcha.
why. Man,
Uh,
screw the damn second
up,
game against the Eagles in 2010. Screw that. Get y'all ready with that game.
How you doing,
Biggest
Coach?
nightmare I've ever seen. What's going on, Coach?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing today?
Doing good.
I'm
How you doing?
good.
Doing
I'm doing
great.
good.
Sub up to Coach Dante if you haven't already. He's going to be broadcasting the New York Mets versus the Houston Astros later on. And I know the Houston Astros kicked the Mets' ass yesterday, which was not fun. Thanks, Carlos Carrasco.
Hey,
Thanks, Carlos.
Hey, we lost to the Braves. We lost
hey,
to the
you,
Braves.
hey, when you said, Jeff, what you said about Jeff McNeil, he didn't even make a damn difference yesterday. He didn't make.
I don't know if he's healthy. I don't know if he's still dealing with that hamstring injury. But that Mets offense right now, besides Pete Alonso and Francisco Lindor, my God, they need hitters. They need some type of other impact bat added to that lineup right now because they're struggling.
Carlos Carrasco just not the same pitcher he once was in Cleveland. His velocity just dropped interiorly.
He's been hurt a lot too.
Yeah.
Their whole pitch. The Mets need DeGrom and Scherzer back ASAP.
Yeah.
They need them back.
Yep.
Bassett hasn't been that great this year. He's struggled a lot recently. Tawan Walker has been probably their best pitcher so far. Carrasco's been up and down. McGill's now out until August, mid-August now with a shoulder injury. And then Peterson, you're going to get what you can get for him. They need DeGrom and Scherzer back in that rotation ASAP, or it's going to be tough for this team going forward.
Yeah.
It's bad right now. I mean, there's still 19 games above 500, so they're still treading water. But the Braves are on their knee, they're nipping at their heels around. They're like nip, right on them because the Mets they're struggling in all aspects at times in that lineup. The pitching staff, the bullpen's still been very rocky. So I think they're going to have to make some additions or even try to call up some guys from the minor league soon. I mean, because they need a couple of hitters. I wouldn't be surprised if they call up that kid Vientos or even a Beatty, even maybe the catcher Francisco Alvarez soon because they need some help right now in that lineup. And they need to make a trade or two for at least some bullpen help. The Astros are good, though. The Astros are good. They are a damn good baseball team overall. I thought they collapsed once they lost Correa, once they lost Cole, and all these other guys. I did not think they'd still be this good, but they just got the heart of a champion.
We don't. I knew we was gonna still be the same team. We lost George Springer. That would told me we can be the same team because we still. You don't be scared to lose George Springer or Carlos Correa if you don't got guys that really are coming up in your farm system. We don't go out and create.
Kyle Tucker.
Yep, Kyle Tucker, Yordan Alvarez. We had Jeremy Pena coming up. Jeremy Pena, who's been really, really good. We just got Jake Myers back from off injury. He hurt his shoulder in the divisional round series against the White Sox. So unless you got some guys that's coming up and that you feel good about, you don't let George Springer or Carlos Correa walk. You don't feel that confident letting them walk in. The Astros still are. I told everybody they still going to be fine. They still going to be fine without those two guys.
Plus, they got a great leader in Altuve as well, who's pretty much leading that
He's
squad.
the best player on our team. Altuve is the best player on our team. He's the leader and the heart and soul of our team. He's the best player.
Altuve's terrific. He's been a terrific player for a long time. I mean, I know he's going to get flack for what happened against the Yankees during that whole scandal that went on. He was one of the proponents of part of it, but Altuve has been a terrific player for a very long time, so I can't ever get on him for that. And the Astros, they're that type of team that is just going to – it's like the thorn in the side of the Yankees and the Mets. Like they just do everything They just do it all right for some reason. They just know how to get the key hits, make the key pitches. I don't really know much about their pitching staff. I don't know anybody really in that pitching staff besides Verlander and I guess Keuchel. I mean, so they're just getting the job done, and you got to give a lot of credit to the Astros, their manager. You just got to give them a lot of credit for this.
You know the dude that pitched a no-hitter against the Yankees? That basically pitched no-hitters?
Yes.
No-hitter? He's a bullpen guy. He's not even a starter. He's a really, the only reason he started because of Odorizzi. Odorizzi is hurt, and Lance McCullers still hurt. But he's rehabbing, though. That's the only reason he started.
East Coast, you want to talk football? So who's going to be a better team this year? Your Jaguars or Dante's Texans? I'd love to see those little face-to-face matchups between you guys while you guys talking trash to each other in some of those AFC matchups.
He already told you to Allison when he predicted the sketch. He don't have faith in his own chat.
Oh.
He say, hey, the ECG say the people are more interested in jumping in the pool than watching the game, basically. That's what he
the people are more interested.
I would
this is the Jaguars fan
watching
base.
that yawn fest of the Jaguars.
The Jaguars are. You know what's more interesting? AEW right now is more interesting than the Jaguars. Tony Khan might as well be putting more interest in his wrestling product than his football team because right now nobody gives a crap about that football team. It's just a matter of time.
I'm going live
eventually move.
Yo, Jeff, I'm going live for that tonight if you want to join for Blood and Guts.
AEW?
Yeah.
Oh, tonight's Blood and Guts?
Yeah. If you want to join.
Maybe I'll hop on for a little bit. Mac's doing it too with you tonight, right? Or no?
Yeah, I think Mac is on there. It's you and a supporter of mine is going to hop on as well.
Maybe I'll hop on a little bit. I mean, I don't know anything that's going on with AEW, so I'll just sit there and pretend I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, Saturday night, bro, Money in the Bank. We got that, and we got the UFC going on the network at the same time. So it's going to be a big night for the network. Whew, that's going to be fun. And doing a free agency tomorrow. This is going to be nice.
He's right. ECG is absolutely right. They are. They're more interested in their wrestling program, AEW, than they are in their own football team because the Jaguars are more interested right now in going to England and all these other places than they are trying to build a fan base over there in Jacksonville when they have a young quarterback and a pretty decent young defense over there. That just shows how much Shad and Tony Khan give a damn about their own football franchise. It's kind of sad, but alas, what can you do?
I mean, AEW just got Cesaro or Claudio. That was a big signing for them.
Yeah, I like Cesaro. I know the people are gonna be like, why the hell are these people talking about wrestling fit right now? This is a football podcast, but I like Cesaro. I've always thought he was a. Are they really? Wait, are they really doing that?
What?
A Jaguar shopping mall?
No, they're not.
They're gonna have more apparel and more.
Come on, man! Don't you want to go to
wear.
Jaguar shopping mall?
Oh, absolutely! Come on, people are gonna be
Leopard
raiding
print for
those
everybody.
shopping malls.
Jaguar print for everyone.
Oh, come on!
I heard one.
I mean, who wouldn't? Come on! It's the Jaguars. It's America's team.
He said
Joe Exotic while you're at it.
I agree with East Coast here.
It is stupid. They're trying to do anything to try to get some interest.
Right,
I do. I think I picked the Texans to be a better team than the Jaguars because I just like that young defense. I think their defense has got some good pieces over there on that team. And if Davis Mills can take that jump in his second season as a quarterback,
don't sleep on that guy. He was 5-star recruit.
I like him.
I tell people all the time. Hey, I tell people all the time. I had Davis Mills and let me see. Hold on. I have him number 20 on my top 32 list because I had him number 20 on my top 32 list. But like I say, with the offensive line we had last year and the running game, which was 28th in the National Football League, and we had one of the worst offensive lines statistically coming into the season. We had the worst receiving core last year, and all that Davis Mills had to go through and work with, and just David Culley just being a 1-year wonder coach, not knowing what he's doing out there, and as far as his mishandling with the players. Davis Mills had a good goddamn football season. The man had by down there 4 300-yard games already. If you add that in 11 games he played, including the game he played against the Patriots, where he outplayed Matt Jones, you can argue that's a better season than Matt Jones. That's a better statistical season. The stats may not be better because, of course, Matt Jones was in a better system. He played more games. He was more of a game. He was more of a game manager. But Davis Mills can throw that down ball down the field if he got time. He can hurt you with his arm if he has the time.
And don't forget, they got that stud on the outside, Brandon Cooks, so I would take over any of those other Jaguars wide receivers right now. I mean, Brandon Cooks, you want to talk about a quarterback's best friend? Just keep throwing the ball right over there to Brandon Cooks because he's just going to keep doing what he's doing. That's getting 1,000-yard seasons every single year.
Christian Kirk?
Taking a deep. Oh, how can I not love Christian Kirk? I mean, come on, holy overpay. What is it, $18 million for a guy that's never even hit 1,000 yards receiving?
Come on, he's the next Odell. Come on.
Yeah, Dante, do you remember when I went live? I was at work, and I said that the Eagles should go after Brandon Cooks, and then a couple hours later, he went to the Texans. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I was kind of happy we kind of resigned him back, but because I was on the verge of just let him go play somewhere else where he can compete, where he can contend. Right. We're a young team. We just rebuilding right now. But again, it shows a lot that he still wants to be a part of this team. And him with us adding John Mechie in the draft and Nico Collins being on a little come up for what he came off last year. He came up strong last year, and we got a very solid tight end and Brevin Jordan, who's really, really good for us at the end of the season. They got him and Davis Mills got a little chemistry right there. So I think it's gonna help Davis Mills in the long run having Brandon Cooks, Brandon Cooks coming back. And I think we're going to have a better run game than we had last year. Dameon Pierce is a dog. That dude's going to be good this year. He's going to be very good.
No, I mean, dude, listen,
be good too.
I've been behind Dante since last year. I mean, I've really liked what the Texans are building over there. I love Lovie Smith as their head coach. I think they made the right decision going that route. These players will play for this man, and he knows what he's doing. And each and every year, these guys are going to get better. And getting Dameon Pierce, that's a very good piece to give Mills, to help him succeed. They might not have the flashiest names in the league. They might not have the best talent in the league. But the one thing I will tell you is these guys will play, and they'll play because of Lovie.
And Jalen Petrie. That guy's going to be a thumper. Watch. He's going to be a thumper. Sure. He was thumping people in OTAs. That guy's going to be a thumper, dude. That guy's going to be something special to watch. That guy's going to be something special to watch in a couple more years.
Yes. No, you guys have the right pieces, man. You're doing it the right way. So.
Well, East Coast, I don't disagree that he's overpaid when it comes to the history, but he's overpaid because he's done nothing in the league. There's a difference between paying a guy and then overpaying a guy who's done nothing. Sorry. I know that's the market value, but he shouldn't have got that much money, my opinion only. Now, if he goes out and produces and has 1,000 yards in his contract, then I will be wrong, and that's fine. But I just wouldn't. Me, if I was the GM, I'm not sitting there giving Christian Kirk, who's done nothing, that much money.
No, he's agreeing with you. He's saying, but that's what comes with his history of being a Jaguar fan. They overpay for players.
Right, I'm saying like that's just the norm now because you gotta lure them out, right? These guys want to get paid. They know that they have a solid season. And now the thing about receivers, though, which is interesting, is they're becoming a dime a dozen. You can get a good one in the first, second round of the draft. And then you don't have to pay the guy, so that's why they let guys like that walk. Because
Gotcha.
Placement in the draft. So
he's overpaid because he has to play in Jacksonville.
I take that overpaying Jacksonville. No state tax, man. Come on.
Yeah, but I agree with what Adam said. I mean, you can find receivers anywhere in the draft now, second, third, fourth, fifth round, and they could easily come in and contribute immediately and be at least first, second, third receiver, wherever you want to put them. I mean, so that's why you might see a lot of receivers might not get paid as much as they used to before because you could just be able to go in the draft and find an easy replacement right there that could just they can get the job done and put up the numbers that any receiver you pay about 10, 20, 30 million, or however much it is, because the prices are going to keep going up as the salary cap keeps going up. I mean, would anybody be surprised if a receiver soon gets paid like $25, $30 million soon? With how much the salary cap is supposed to go up in the coming years? I could definitely see it.
No, I mean, in all honesty, I believe you're about to start seeing the wide receivers be your second highest paid position, and then you're about to start seeing the cornerbacks be right there with him, because this is going to start being a passing league. It already is, and these wide receivers are demanding their money. Well, guess what? You have people like Ramsey and Jair Alexander and all these guys, and Diggs that are guarding these guys, and if they're not allowing yards, they're like, well, we're obviously better than those wide receivers, so you got to pay us more money because we are better. So I believe it's going to start going through the QBs, wide receivers, and corners, because it is such a passing league these days.
Yeah, that's why you saw a lot of guys.
What's going to happen is eventually the price is going to become for premium players, because right now you're paying everybody that has one good year or one solid season, right? Eventually it's going to weed itself out where you're going to have to pay players that are actually producing on a consistent level, because the way the NFL is working nowadays, these contracts with these draft picks allow them to be more flexible, to allow them to make more trades. So, you're going to see a receiver come in like Amari Cooper who gets paid because you don't have to pay your receiver for a long time, or you can get a second guy in the draft that does just as much as the other thing. I think that's what you're going to start to see, is the trend of people who are booty like Christian Kirk getting paid going to die soon, because guys who are actually good are going to be like, yo, I'm better than Christian Kirk. I want to get paid. I need to get paid. Why are you paying that guy? So I think it'll come down a little bit as we go.
You're just waiting to see big contracts be handed out to guys like Deebo Samuel and DK Metcalf, because they're really the last two guys that haven't gotten their extensions yet. So you're expecting them to.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to always imagine, though, man, it's always going to go up. Because, yes, you had D-Hop and you had Adams get paid. Eventually, Debo's getting paid, and CD's going to get paid. And then fucking Jamar Chase, and then Devontae Smith, and then Waddle, and then
Higgins, Jefferson,
and each and every year, every wide receiver is going to want more. Jamar Chase is going to want more than all of them because he's proven it so far. You're going to have, the same with the QBs. Very soon here, oh shit, brain fart crap. Joe Burrow is gonna have a contract coming up soon. You ain't gonna tell me Joe Burrow ain't breaking no damn thing. Well, that's what I'm saying. So each and every year, these price tags are going to go up, and as the price tags go up, so are the corners that are going to be guarding these guys. That's what I'm saying. So because these wide receivers are no joke. I mean, you saw what impact Jamar Chase had on a Bengals team just in 1 year. That's
what's up going on, Raf?
East Coast gridiron, you're missing the point. Jacksonville doesn't have the history of success. Actually, they do. They were a pretty good team coming out in the mid-'90s. Okay, they had some success with Jack Del Rio as well. Maybe not the Super Bowl success, but they've had success. It's not about even being considered. It's about having the most money. It doesn't matter about being considered playing Jacksonville. If a team like the Browns paid Deshaun Watson $230 million after he balked at their $200 million offer, somebody said, oh, well, we'll give you $30 million more to play. He's like, okay, sign me up. Okay, so I'm saying it's about money. I don't care you got me play on the moon. If you're going to give me $300 million, I'm going to the moon. I don't care where you're playing. You know what I'm saying? And as for that state tax thing, yes, maybe for you and me, it doesn't make a difference. But for an athlete and you're getting paid millions of dollars, that state tax is a pretty good idea. 20
I think the next. Okay,
but you said history is not yesterday. History is history, bro. Come on.
I think the next wide receiver that's about to get a big contract is probably going to be Justin Jefferson because of what he's done so far in Minnesota. I could easily see that guy getting a monster contract from the Vikings or at least another team because he's been unbelievable. He set huge numbers since coming into the NFL. So I think if any wide receiver is going to get paid big next, it's probably going to be Justin Jefferson, either with Minnesota or with another team going forward.
Key, what is good?
You're going to have a party without me.
Key, what is good?
Key, when the hell you getting here?
I break down doors wherever I go, okay? I break down doors wherever I go. But I'm only camped down because my ass is working still.
Yes, I appreciate you coming on. Yo, so real quick, I want to change this up real fast because, I feel like that's going nowhere. What are you guys looking at on the Watson situation right now? You guys think it's going to get to the point where it's 8 games or
I think
whole
suspended for a year. I think it's going to be suspended for a year. Just everything you hear is that the minimum that sounds like the NFL is pushing to get him suspended for no less than a year.
They'll come to an agreement about 8. He'll miss half the year.
I could see it, but I think it's going to be a full year. That it's going to be.
The NFLPA is not going to let him do that because he wasn't indicted on any crimes or arrested.
He did come to a settlement, though. That's the thing.
That's a settlement, but that's not an arrest or anything. That's just a court settlement.
Facts, ECG. Facts. We've been around less, and we have more success than Jacksonville.
That's true. That is true.
Jacksonville has a history. They've been around for years. I mean, they've had their ups, they've had their downs, but
Jacksonville did make 2 AFC Championship games.
Oh, it looks like we got botted.
Oh well.
Cool.
No, like how do you feel about that?
Huh?
How do you feel about the whole
To be honest, out of our respect, I'm not going to even answer the question because I'm tired of talking about Deshaun Watson and the Texans and off the field stuff. I'm ready to talk about some on the field stuff. I'm tired of hearing about Deshaun Watson, this, Deshaun Watson, that, off the field. It's just mind-boggling. He's not on the Texans no more. The Texans may, get disciplined for, if it does come back, that they know what he's doing. They know where you have that quarterback, you have Deshaun Watson around, and you do not know what he's really doing. I feel like the Texans may got some fault on that as well. But like I said, he's not even a Texan no more. It's just getting mind-boggling for me to study talking about him, and he's not even on the damn Texans no more. So yeah, I just leave it at that point.
Okay.
I don't blame you. I don't think any Texas fan or anybody else wants to hear this anymore. Just at this point, try to come to some type of resolution. However many games it is, let him serve his games and then go from there.
Yeah.
You just got to see how the NFL is going to. You got to think about how the NFL and the fans are going to react to it too, because there's a lot of female fans that are part of the NFL, and depending on what his suspension is like, it might have a lot to do with how that part of the fan base reacts. Like, you have to think about that, because if he gets
I am thinking about that.
Because if he gets 8 games, you might hear an uproar from those people thinking that he should get a lot longer because of what happened.
But the NFLPA is not going to stand for it when Greg Hardy still played a season. He wasn't banned until the next year. Ezekiel Elliott still got 6 games. Okay? You know what I mean? And you could say Greg Hardy was worse than that. You know what I mean? And Ezekiel Elliott, we only got because of social media. So I can't just say he's going to be suspended for the year. I just can't do that. I think the NFLPA is going to step in and be like, yo, Roger, you can't take away this man's check and his livelihood for this. I think the Browns are dumb for giving him $230 million.
Yo, what's good, Everything King? Good trades for the Detroit Pistons. The Lions are looking good, man. This guy's a really big content creator for the. Yo, we got to do something for the Lions and Eagles, man. Seriously.
Definitely. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, the Lions are.
Well,
I got a feeling about that.
Jeff, Adam, since you guys are up here, I got to ask you, man, how do you guys feel about your team? In all honesty, I saw you guys in the chat. Obviously, you're pumped, but
my real assessment so far is I think 7 games is max, because there's a lot of things that I see that I'm looking past the bravado and the excitement. Brian Daboll recently just had a number 1 offense. Recently, go back and look at the history. They were middle of the road offenses until recently with Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and Cole Beasley. So now you're going to come in here and tell me with less talent you're going to be that offense. I think the thing is we're putting the cart before the horse here. He's never been a head coach. The players here are not as good as the Buffalo Bills, and the Bills built up for 4 years. So my thing is, what do I think the Giants will do? I think they'll luck into seven wins. I don't see too many more than that, because every Giant fan I'm talking to right now is excited that they're going to beat Tennessee on 9/11. I said, you think Tennessee is not looking at the game, looking at you saying, hey, we need to be in this AFC race. So before we go putting Brian Dable in the Hall of Fame, let's see how they come out and play 9/11.
Just go out there and show progression, compete hard, see if you could develop some good young players, some core players going forward. If I'm not going into this, I think this team could be a little bit better than what they've shown the past few years, because, I mean, how can you get any worse than what it was? I think the team is going to take time to gel on the offensive line, on the defensive line. The offense in general is going to take time to gel. I mean, who knows? You have to think about health. I mean, every single player on the offense is a big-time health question. So, I mean, that's the number one thing you have to think about as a Giant fan, is who's actually going to be on the field and for how many games. And in terms of the defense, they do have some potential, keyword, potential on the defensive line. I think they have some potential in that pass rush, but it's going to take time for some of these younger players to get used to the NFL game, to learn Wink Martindale's defense. On the offensive side, learn Kafka and Dable's offense. If you can sneak into 7, 8, maybe even 9 wins if things break right, what Giant fan will not take that after what we have watched?
But okay, so I'm a counter that with this. Okay, so we win 9 games next year. Then we play a harder schedule with less talent because all them guys are walking in year 2. So now we have less talent, a harder schedule, and now I have fool's gold in front of me because here we are, 9 wins, we're going to the playoffs, we're going to the NFC East, and next thing you know, we fall flat in our face because we aren't ready to be built. Don't worry about winning 9 games. Worry about building the foundation. We'll build the house later.
Yeah, but Adam, I could counter with that one. The Giants are actually going to have money to play with in the offseason, so they can be able to improve this roster going forward. Yes, they are. They're going to have a ton of money going into next season.
You have to sign all those players. You ain't going to have all that money.
Which player? Well, it depends on what players you want to bring back. It all depends on what type of players you want to bring back and what free agents are going to be there available.
You want to
and draft picks too.
Free agent wise, that's not how you build a roster.
No, I'm not saying sign all these players in free agency. I'm saying you get to pick and choose what players actually fit your system instead of being stuck with players that you don't really want, but you can't really get rid of because of the salary cap.
So let me say this, right? You're a harder schedule. You got rid of Galladay. You get rid of Williams. You get rid of all the big money players, right? And you have all this money to spend, but guess what? It's going to eat up your cap because you're going to sign this guy to a mega deal, that guy to a mega deal. The Giants aren't going to go bargain basement shopping next year, but you also got to think the Bills. Look how they did it. If you're going to look at the team where they came from, what did they do? The Bills built it up systematically through drafts. Gabriel Davis, draft pick. They brought in Cole Beasley as a cheap free agent. They re-signed him. They made a trade for Stephon Diggs. You know what I mean? They brought in a lot of guys when they had time, but they built it up. We need to build a foundation before we brought in guys for $200 million. That did nothing. And we don't even know if our quarterback's going to be good next year to even bring in players.
Well, that's the biggest question right there, and that's where you can have a lot of that money available is what's going to happen with the quarterback and the running back, which most fans and most of us believe they're not even going to be here. So, that's what I was saying from the beginning. Let some of these young kids develop, see what they can do this year, and hope they're only going to get better going into 2023, and then you're going to have another draft class coming in with a decent amount of draft picks. Maybe you could trade some of these guys during the season that are going to be part of your future, acquire more draft picks. That way you have more draft capital to play with in 2023. And then obviously in 2023 draft, you can even get more picks, trade back, all that stuff. More young talent in there, and you see this roster continually to improve. So, I mean, of course, you don't want to just have a 2016 all over again, but I think the situation is a little bit better than what they've had in previous years, where they're actually going to have some money to play with, and they're going to be able to pick and choose the type of players they want to bring onto this roster going into 2023. So who really knows? A lot's going to depend on what these young players do from previous drafts and as well as the draft coming into this season. If they could show something, and maybe some of these guys are a lot more talented than we think, and they could show something that like a Thibodeau, Neal, or even some of these other guys like a Darian Beavers, a Belton, a Bellinger, Robinson, Davidson, whoever it is. That's going to be the big determination on where this team goes forward, is if those draft picks who have failed us so many times in the years previous, if they can actually show out there and they can prove that they can be foundational pieces going forward, and maybe it actually give us some hope going into seasons in the future. So, That's where
I get it, but you just told me if we win 9 games, right? 9 games then puts us at the middle of the road. The next year we're playing the AFC East and a bunch of other first place or second place teams, and then I'm going to have to hear about how good we are, who we're going to beat. Right now, last year the Giants were a 4-13 team, and not even a good 4-13 team like the Texans. Or even Jaguars, where they were on the uptrend. They were a terrible 4-13 football team. As a matter of fact, probably the worst team in football last year. So for me to sit there and say, well, they're going to win 9 games, it's utter ludicrous for me. Because I don't really think they have much going for them right now. They're just evaluating players. Next year, when you bring in your second draft class of hopefully 10 players, then you can fill in the roster with that money you have left over. But right now, it's like everyone's like, yeah, we got Leonard Williams, we're going to do this. I don't want fool's gold. I want to keep building. I want 7 wins this year, then 10 wins next year, and possibly playoff berth, and then you go up from there. Look at how teams have done it. They've taken incremental steps, and they've won, right? Buffalo Bills right now, they should be a Super Bowl. They're considered Super Bowl contenders right now, and they took them 4 years to get there. 4 years. And we're trying to, in year 1, say, well, you know what? Let's be good and win 9 games. And then the next year, when everybody leaves, because we have money and we're going to have bring those players in, they're going to do the same thing. You want guys in your system so that when guys get injured, you don't need to worry about, signing them. You can just bring up another guy. Look at the Cowboys. The reason they got rid of Amari Cooper, they had CeeDee Lamb they brought in. So they drafted CeeDee Lamb on a nice contract and get rid of Amari Cooper, and now he's in their system and locked up. So for me, I know we've been dominating this conversation. AK is probably falling asleep right now, but at the end of the day, 7 wins for me. Just show progress, build something, and let's not anoint these guys before they even step on the field.
And that's all I've been saying is I'm not saying we're definitely winning 9 games. You've never heard that come out of my mouth. I'm just saying I don't care what other Giants fans think. If they want to go into the season with a ton of optimism and think that we're going to win 10, 11 games, so be it. That's fine. I appreciate your optimism. I'm tired of giving false hope. I've seen many years where I've said the Giants are going to be a better team, they're going to win a lot more games, and then it ends up falling right on our face. I'm just going into this season, as a Giant fan, I'm going into the season with just hoping to see an improved product, young players develop, progression, competitive games. If we lose, oh well. If we're playing competitive football throughout the whole season and we don't have to watch this herky-jerky stuff that we had to see last year, where we're seeing the team do second and third down quarterback sneaks. I just want to see progression. That's it. If we win 7 games, awesome. If we somehow sneak into 8, 9 games because of the NFL and who the hell knows what's happened, the NFL is one of the most unpredictable leagues out of any sport there is. So maybe somehow we sneak into 7, 8, 9 wins. If that happens, awesome. That is better than any Giant fan could have ever asked for. But in terms of my personal expectations, I'm going for at least 7 wins as well. I like to think 7, 8 wins, get around 500. If that happens, what Giant fan would not be happy after the crap football we've had to watch for the past 5 years? Just show us progression, show us competitive football, show us a foundation that you're building, and that gives us Giants fans hope going into the future when this team hopefully can show us something in terms of the future of a better team going forward, competent coaching, a competent front office, because that's all we ask for as a Giants fan base. Show us competence for this franchise. Has been incredibly incompetent for the past 10 years. That's all I'm asking for as a Giants fan.
That's fair enough. Kate.
What was the question?
My question for you is, I want you to talk about the Eagles a little bit and tell me what you feel about this team and just your expectations a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. I can definitely do that. All right, so I predicted that the Eagles would go 12-5. I'm not one of these Eagles fans who saying we're winning 17 games. Where? How, Sway? Where are we pulling 17 games out of our ass? That is impossible. The only way we can possibly win 17 games if we have a superstar team. When I say we have superstars on the offensive lines, like superstars, like the big names. I'm not saying our team is superstars. That's the only way I see we winning 17-0. But that's not going to happen. So 12-5 is reasonable for me. I feel like we're going to, as much as it sucks, I picked one of those losses being the Commanders. And here's why. Not the one when Carson Wentz comes back to Philly. We're going to win that one. The one when they're away, I predicted they're going to lose that game. I think that was their first loss that I had on my list. We're going to surprise people. We're going to beat Green Bay. That was my upset. We're going to lose to the Colts. I picked the Titans. We're going to win. Kirk Cousins might give. Minnesota might give us some work. Kirk Cousins, is he a good quarterback? He's okay. He has his moments. He do have two talented receivers. He got Justin Jefferson. He got a Thielen on the other side. He got a good running back when he's healthy. And the defense got better for them. So Minnesota's going to be a challenge. But 12-5 is what I got this team going. Secondary got beefed up a little bit. We get Tart. He's a good serviceable safety. We did get Bradbury. Sorry, Giants fans. We got Slay on the other side. I feel like the secondary is definitely going to be okay. I feel like our defensive line got beefed up. I feel like overall the Eagles addressed their holes that they needed. Thank you, God, for once, Howie, you actually did something right. You addressed the needs. I feel like they did. Will we be a contenders? Definitely. Will we go to the Super Bowl? Who the hell knows? But we gotta gel first. We gotta create some type of chemistry first. You can't go off of who the people we bringing. Oh, we going 17-0. How? They haven't played one lick of football together yet. We don't know what Nakobe Dean can do. We don't know what Jordan Davis is going to do. We don't know what these guys are going to do when they're here. So don't go off of assumption. Oh, we're going 17-0. No, we can't do that. 12-5. That's my prediction. End of story.
And you feel pretty good about Hurts?
Yeah, I feel good about her. Only thing I don't like right now, I see it's going on, we're going to give him 30 to 40 million next year. I feel like that's what happened with Carson Wentz. I get it. Carson was coming out that MVP season, and we gave him money. Look what happened. That next year, he played like shit. Straight facts. Played like shit. I know we had the offensive line issues, and we had 12 different combinations each week, and understand the quarterback can do that. Doug was trying to do what he can do, but Doug's not on the field. Carson Wentz is. So his mistakes and his decision-making to throw them throws in double coverage to where are you throwing at, Carson? Nobody was there. You played for the other team. No. So I feel like we should not give Hurts no money just yet. Let him have a couple of prove-it seasons to see what he can do. And if you feel like, okay, you deserve this money, then the Eagles should give him his bread. I don't think they need to give him money yet. He still hasn't shown what he can do. Do I believe in him? Of course I do. That's my quarterback. I'm gonna ride with him until he falls off, until somebody else comes in that can do a better job. But I feel like you shouldn't give him the money just yet. Let him see what he can do. Second year with Nick Sirianni. It's a good thing because he already knows offense. He already knows. He just got to get chemistry to AJ Brown and other receivers. I think he'll be fine, but don't give him no money just yet. Please don't give him no money yet.
I got a question for you guys.
Hold on real fast. I'm with you on that, Key. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I do not want to make that same mistake twice. I'm sure if you tell Jalen, hey, we just want to make sure you earn it, he's going to do it, But I don't want to pay him premature. I don't, because we've been down that road, like you said, and I don't want to go down there again. I don't think that will happen twice, but I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Right.
What's up, Jeff?
And this is specifically for AK, Key, and for Mitch, what type of numbers do you think, or would like to see Jalen Hurts put up this year to make you feel comfortable if, in fact, they decide to approach him with some type of contract extension? Because if he has a good season, that's going to be going all around Phillies that they're going to be asking for a contract extension. What kind of numbers would you like to see Jalen Hurts put up in 2022 to warrant a potential contract extension?
Now, for me, before I even say anything, I don't believe anything that Elliot Shore-Parks puts out. I don't believe anything that guy says. When it comes to news that big, it's only Schefter and Rappaport. I don't trust ESP. I'm just throwing that out there. And people are saying that it's going to happen.
I don't care.
I'm like, it's not going to happen with Elliot George pointing it out. This guy is probably the most hated,
Get
one
out
of
of
the
my
most
ear.
hated NFL analysts, if you want to call him that, on the platform. So
he's pretty much your Pat Leonard of the Eagles.
yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Sorry about
Well, to answer your question, though, 4,000 yards, 22 plus passing touchdowns, but 30 combined rushing and passing.
Okay.
I mean, that's not bad compared to last season. You know, he had 3,144 yards, 16 throwing, 9 picks. He had 10 rushing. I mean, that's not bad. I do want to see maybe his passing yards maybe be 4,000 plus. But if he get, he got better with accuracy over the offseason, working with those guys, working with Tom Brady, the defenses. I think Jalen will surprise and shock more people. People say he can't throw the deep ball. He clearly can. I don't know where they say he can't throw a deep ball because we've seen him do it. He can. So I mean, 4,000 yards, it's not bad. I do want to see single digit interceptions though.
That's going to be tough because that's very difficult to do back-to-back seasons. That is very difficult.
It's not difficult.
What?
You got quarterbacks who do it on each and every year.
What's difficult?
Wait,
I
what's
think
difficult?
Quarterbacks passing for single digit interceptions in a season.
Back to back. I think it's going to be difficult. I really do. Because think about it. How many times did a cornerback or safety drop an interception thrown by Jalen Hurts or any other quarterback?
They dropped it. That don't mean nothing.
That could be lucky, though. That could be lucky. I'm just saying here, in my opinion, it's going to be difficult to do that again. I'm just saying I need to see it on the field. I'm not saying he's going to throw less. I'm not going to say he's going to throw more. I need to see it on the field.
You just got to make smart decisions. That's all.
Yeah. I just got to wait. And what Byrne put in the chat right there, Bird Gang says that Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar Jackson.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is in, if whoever did QB rankings, Jalen Hurts is a top 20 quarterback. He is top 20.
Yep, I had him at 15, and I think that was a little too high.
You also had Daniel Jones as 29.
No, I did not have him that low.
Yes, you did.
Was. Wait, was it 29? I thought it was higher.
Yes, you
Hold
did.
on, I got my
you had
list right
Daniel
here.
Jones towards the bottom.
Hold on. Oh yeah, I did.
What I can say about Daniel Jones is he's not a bad QB. The circumstances was shit for him last year. He had all of his pieces going.
What's up, nerd?
Who the hell is he throwing to?
I'll tell you who he's throwing to. He's throwing to Colin Johnson. He's throwing to Farrell Cooper. He's throwing to the everybody's favorite preseason wonder, David Sills, Alex Bachman. That's who he's throwing the ball to. Evan, I have Butterfinger as his hands. Ingram.
Don't forget about Slayton too. He missed that wide open touchdown. Like
how can I ever forget about that?
So and then he trips over an invisible banana. So I mean, Daniel Jones,
he did do that.
Bad. He's not bad. So I mean,
hey, on this part right here,
he's not great either.
Trying to make a rule, and they're trying to make it exist at least to where, like, say Jalen Hurts drops back, he throws it to AJ catches it, and then he gets hit and they intercept it. That interception goes on the wide receiver. To where it doesn't go on the quarterback. They're trying to make that, and these stats should be recorded because it's like Mitch was saying, and you guys were also saying how many. You got to keep track of how many were dropped. That. So yeah, like it's a lot, man.
Well, I mean, it depends on what offense you're running. I mean, Deshaun Watson, the guy we were just talking about, had single-digit interceptions and threw 4,800 yards and 33 TDs.
Yeah.
So it can be done. Whether or not it can be back-to-back. I mean, Eli Manning is the case in point. A lot of his interceptions in 1 year, 4 of them came off tip balls. Right? But that's
exactly. Yes.
20 interceptions because even though he threw 16, he threw 20, but 4 of them came off of were actual like, hey, I threw it to my guy, it got tipped in the air. Right?
Exactly.
It wasn't like
yes.
the player made a play on it and they got intercepted or he threw the wrong read or something like that. That's more on Eli, right?
Yeah, because in all honesty, Adam, if you think back, how many interceptions are put on quarterbacks that probably shouldn't be put on them?
A ton of them.
A lot.
Right.
A lot. So that's a stat that needs to be recorded instead of in the middle of the game going, oh, Dak or Hurts or DJ or Dak, they have 2 interceptions. No, it's actually we'll just use Amari Cooper in this instance. Amari Cooper has 1 interception.
Right.
Because you put it on him.
The problem is the stats, right? When you see the stat line, you see 250 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Like, oh, he had a bad day. But if you go back and rewatch the game, if you're just an outside observer, if you go back and rewatch the game, the 2 interceptions happened. One was a Hail Mary, in the back of the end zone, and the other one was a tip ball that was tipped up by your own man, right? Your own receiver. So it wasn't like he had a piss poor day and he had was losing reads and throwing to the wrong guy. It was they happened to lose. Those interceptions became costly because the team got him at opportune times. But you shouldn't put him on the court, make it say, well, he threw 20 interceptions, he's a bad guy. Like, I used to defend Daniel Jones. I said 6 of his fumbles came from him side in the pocket. 6 of them came from just defensive players being great. And then the other 6 came from the O-line, right? Mm-hmm. If you wanted to break them down, those 18. If you broke them down individually, but all you see is the 18 fumbles. So what looks better, the sequence of breaking it down? Oh, that makes more sense. Or just the 18 fumbles. So I think if they do what you say they're doing, it's going to be allowed for more storyline and be like, oh, well, Kirk Cousins didn't have a bad game. Adam Thielen dropped it with a would-be touchdown, bobbled it, and it was an interception. You know what I mean?
Well, and in all honesty, it should be that way. At certain times we put too much pressure on the quarterbacks, and it does make them look worse than what they really are. Like there is times where you'll have, like you said, a quarterback, he has 3 interceptions, and those 3 interceptions are because they were tipped off of the wide receiver's hands and they just were at the right place at the right time. And then you'll have a guy out there who literally just throws it right at the defense. But you got to
Daniel Jones.
You got to figure out who those guys are, though, and that's why those stats matter, because it's like, well, who's the guys out there doing it for real, and who's the ones that are just having shit luck?
Well, I measure a quarterback on what you can do for me in the 2 minutes when my team is down, giving me the ball, the clutch gene, so to speak. Like Matthew Stafford displayed this year in the playoffs. The reason why the Rams got him is because Jared Goff couldn't have done the throws that he made in the Tampa Bay game. And in the Super Bowl, when they needed somebody, he looked right at Cooper Kupp and was like, I'm going to give you the rock, man. And he kept that team afloat. Now, you look at another team in that same conference, that same division, the 49ers, they couldn't rely on their quarterback to do anything in the playoffs. They relied on their defense and special teams. And now they're in a conundrum because they have a quarterback that's never played in Trey Lance and a guy that they hope to come back from a shoulder injury, but they don't know what to do with him. So to me, it's like I'm looking at the quarterback position. I'm looking at guys like Burrow, Herbert, and Mahomes, and someone said, oh, well, those guys don't always win. Yeah, but I know that they're good. I know that when shit hits the fan and we're in a close game, they're not going to fuck it up. You know what I mean? They're not going to be like, oh, let me go
get it done.
Yeah, Eli Manning may not have been the best-looking quarterback, but when you gave him a chance to win the game, I was not nervous about it. I was like, all right, man, we got a chance to win with this guy. When Daniel Jones gets the ball, I'm praying that his helmet doesn't fall off or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always just nervous. So that's why I look at things differently, because I don't care how many interceptions you throw. Technically, I don't even care how many fumbles you throw, because the defensive players these days are taught to strip the football because you can't hit the quarterbacks the same way you used to hit them. So what else are you going to do? You're going to strip the football. So this era of fumbles that we're in means nothing to me unless there are giveaways like the other team gets. So you can have 18 fumbles in one giveaway. I don't care that you fumbled 18 times, because that's what the defense is doing. It's when those fumbles come and how they come. Daniel Jones got hit by a guy running for a first down and he fumbled. He had 2 hands on the ball. That's an unacceptable fumble. Dropping back, trying to throw, a guy hitting your hand because he beat your tackle and gets a hand on the ball, I can excuse that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, pretty well said, Adam.
Shoot, I had something and now I lost it. It's actually
go find it.
Go find it.
It's the old Gene.
Well,
Damn.
I'm not going to say what you need to stay off, AK. But we
Touche.
Dang.
Well,
Thank you, Prestige.
Yeah. And I actually had a quick question for Key. Key, who's on your Mount Rushmore for the Eagles players that you have seen? Like play?
boy. Okay.
Because I already made mine.
good,
Mount
Taco.
Rushmore for Eagles.
Yeah.
You only get 4?
Yeah, like for me it was
Wait,
Brandon Graham
you
is
get 4
one
or
of them.
5? How many
Four.
am I picking?
4.
there's
Yeah,
only
Rush-
4 people on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, but there's so many players.
Yeah. Like
That's
Giants
not my
have a lot of
problem.
good ones.
that I have seen.
I
So,
had to do
mean,
4, and I have a lot more than 4.
I know, that's what makes it fun.
It's hard to do 4, but I can do 4. But who was your 4?
My 4 are Daniel Jones, Dave Brown, Danny Cannell, and Kent Graham.
Let's go. David Webb, honorary member.
So for me, if I remember correctly, I had Brandon Graham on there. I have
Grant. Okay, shut up. I'll shut up. Go ahead. That's your list. That's your list. Go ahead.
I had Brian Dawkins. I had Fletcher Cox, and I had Jason Kelsey.
So we going off of people we've seen, right?
What,
Yeah.
what you're going off recent history? I mean, in the entire franchise, those are the 4 guys you thought of?
Because that's in his era that he's seen. Remember, Mitch is.
It doesn't matter to me. I mean, LT is not really my era. I didn't see him, but I'm putting him on the list. Like,
I mean, for that I have seen. Like, I can't say Reggie White because I haven't seen that guy play.
Why not? I mean, Reggie's on my Mount Rushmore Eagle.
Right,
I don't
it doesn't
care if
matter
I
about
seen him or
playing,
not,
like,
but I did
LT,
see him.
Carson,
I
Banks.
have followed.
Leonard Marshall,
I haven't seen
Oh, I don't-
Roosevelt Brown, but I know that
Going on
motherfucker
there.
was good.
Michael Strahan. There's a lot of Giants that I never got to see that I'm putting on that list.
I
A
mean,
lot of them.
Yeah, but I mean, in a certain kind of way, though, everyone he named is greats in our franchise. Statistically,
true.
they are great.
So my
Giant-
Mount Rushmore is B Dog, Reggie White, Brian Westbrook, and Randall Cunningham.
You don't have Jerome Brown?
again, I haven't seen Jerome
What about
Brown.
Jaworski?
When Jerome
I
Brown,
haven't seen
when Jerome
Jaworski
Brown
play.
was playing, I think I was 7. 7?
Yeah, but I'm talking
Five?
about. Yeah, I was 2 when LT won his first Super Bowl. That doesn't mean I'm not putting him on the list.
Well,
That's
you
why-
were.
that's why I said you can't do just 5. It's tough. Like, it's tough.
That I've seen.
Yeah, for me, that I have seen. You guys can put on whoever you want, but for me,
My Mount
personally,
Rushmore
who I have seen.
is a prestige thing. I'm not going to put on some modern day player that, like a Brandon Graham. My God, I would have put Reggie.
If I'm putting on my modern Giants that I saw growing up, that I actually get to enjoy watching.
Yes,
while
he is.
they go to
No,
bed,
it's actually. I
No,
think
that's
it's
McCoy.
Shady.
I put Tiki,
McCoy,
Strahan,
yeah.
Toomer,
Yeah.
and Tuck. Those would be my
McCoy's
guys.
the all-time leading rusher. If I'm not
I mean,
mistaken.
you could say Jesse Armstead, Michael Strahan. I could put Tiki Barber on there.
Keith
I mean,
Hamilton.
Plenty of guys. But if we're talking about Mount Rushmore, to me, when I hear the word Mount Rushmore, I'm talking about iconic figures in the franchise. And I understand that's what you've seen, but
it's not the best. It's not like the very best because if you want me to go that route, I would put. People have Nick Foles as their Eagles Mount Rushmore.
Why? Because he won a Super Bowl, but you people got to forget Carson Wentz got us there.
Yeah,
that's like
I
putting
know.
Jeff Hostetler on the list over Phil Simms because he won the second. Give me a break.
Here, Adam, how do you feel about this for the Giants? Michael Strahan, Eli Manning, Harry Carson, LT.
Not Tiki Barber?
No.
Tiki was great, but he's not
No.
top 4.
All
Okay.
four of those guys he named are Hall of
He
Fame.
got his Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, and they were 4 all-time great Giants. There's a lot of other guys that you could put up there, but those 4 are just legendary figures in the Giants. Alone.
God, Tiki Barber killed us every damn year.
Yeah, I hated Tiki Barber and I hate Rondé Barber.
I would
That's
love to
what
put
I
Tiki and Amani Toomer in there too, because they were great Giants for a long time as well, but I can't. Not in that top 4. I'll even throw Tuck Strahan and Tuck Umanor and hear Paul in there too, but I can't. They're not up. They're not at that level.
I mean, I can go as far as, I've never seen Harold Carmichael because that was way before my time. But is he a great Eagle? Of course, he's great. He's one of the good wide receivers the Eagles ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, him and Randall are two on my Rushmore.
Jeremy
Shockey,
Shockey?
yeah.
Oh,
Jeremy
Jeremy
Shockey
was a beast, yeah.
What about
I
Eric
love
Allen?
Shockey. That's actually the one Giants player I loved watching.
Shockey was a lot of talent, but man, was he a pain in the ass.
Man, you know the one that pissed me off my whole fucking childhood, dude?
Who?
Justin fucking Tuck.
Justin Tuck.
Oh my god.
my God.
Only defensive player I ever bought a jersey for. Tuck was my favorite
Dude,
player.
he
That's why I
annoyed the
love
fuck
Tuck.
out of me
Trey Barnett
every
is another
single
one, yeah. Trey
time we
Barnett.
played you guys. It was just Tuck. I'm like,
Okay, Tyler. Albert Hainsworth for Washington.
AK, you're forgetting about that 6-sack performance in one game by Hugh Manura?
OC was another one. Got tired of hearing his damn name. It was
Yeah.
OC, it was Strahan, and JPP. Oh
And
my God.
Kiwanuka. Don't forget about Kiwi. He was a good player, too, for them. And pass rushers all over the place. It's like we felt spoiled at
that's
that
why I
time,
said I
pass
didn't
rushers
want
we
you
had.
guys to get Thibs, dude, because I was like, that's all you fucking need is another goddamn rusher to add to that collection of edges you've had over the years. And then you guys ended up getting him. I'm like, how fucking lucky can you get?
And don't sleep on Aziz, too. Aziz looks
Right,
really
right.
he looks
Yeah,
good.
Ujulari looks pretty good.
Yeah.
You got a good one there.
Well, that's the Giants' prestige. We've been always known as a team about defense and specifically pass rushers. That's what we need to get back to if we want to become a successful franchise again. Get back to what made us successful, and that's defense. Going after the quarterback, sacks,
Mhm.
hard-nosed football. Then we can become a team again if we just get back to what our identity has been.
Yeah, Fred Burnett was definitely a good one too.
Dude, I mean, I think we all can sit up here and say defenses win championships.
Let me
I mean,
ask you this: who's your Mount Rushmore of the NFL? That's a
That's a
hell,
tough
that's oh Lord,
That's a tough one.
that's
You mean
tough.
out of everyone? Ever?
That's
Yes.
tough.
Oh my god.
Well,
Oh,
Tom Brady.
Brady definitely is on the list.
LT. You have to put LT there. Sorry, you have
Aaron
to put LT
Donald?
there.
No. LT?
Yes.
Oh, you're LT. Okay.
Lawrence
Never
Taylor,
mind.
yes, he's
not,
on that
not
list.
the name.
You're
No.
thinking of LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah. I'm Barry Sanders.
Yes, Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders, yes.
Joe
And
Montana.
what? We got to say Jerry Rice, right?
Yeah, I guess you could put him on there. Yeah.
Or would you put Gronk? Would you put
No,
Gronk?
No.
Gronk's
over
not on the
there.
list.
Just sit
Not over
down. Let the adults handle this. Let go.
Wow.
I put Montana in there. I thought Montana was one of
I
the
could
greatest
put Montana
quarterbacks.
in there.
Over Rice, though?
Brady.
Quarterbacks are always going to get it over the wide
Mount
receivers.
Rushmore needs to be broken down in the category.
Bro, but Rice has
That's
never
true.
done. Rice has done something no wide receiver possibly will ever
Ray
get.
Lewis? Ray Lewis?
Okay, I can give you that one.
Which one?
Ray
I can
Lewis.
give him Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning, you could put him in there.
I could. Peyton Manning deserves to be up there for the numbers for what he did in NFL.
See, look how tough this is, man. So many different lists.
You'd have to literally split it up and give like a Mount Rushmore.
That
of
is
every
a good
positional
one.
group.
Walter Payton is a good one.
Yes. Jim Brown.
Good job, Tyler. You came up with a good one.
How about
You could put
I
Randy
don't know how
Moss.
you guys feel about it, but how about Mr. Graham Paul of the NFL himself, Terry Bradshaw?
No.
No.
I mean,
No.
yes, I understand.
He
what
is
you're-
undefeated in Super Bowls. He's 4-0.
I understand what you're saying and how he revolutionized kind of that era of ushering in the AFC and the dominance that they had. But,
Mhm.
what we could do is if you wanted to is name your all-time offense and defensive players. That'll help you out.
That would be
That's a
annoying.
good one. Yeah, that's tough.
Like all-time greats, Hall of Famer.
Frank Gore? He's on the Niners.
You can use some guys now like Donald and Gronk because they're going to go in the Hall of Fame eventually. But
Tony Gonzalez?
T-Gon, definitely.
So how about we do this? We go by position. That way everyone can get they people in. And you can say your all-time favorite quarterback or the guy you think is your all-time favorite. That way we're not going, well, LT. We can just break it down and have a group. I mean, it's your stream.
I like that.
Idea out there.
Yeah, dude, Emmitt Smith is definitely just because I'm not dumb. I'm not going to disrespect a Cowboy. I mean, listen, I have been one to say I could only imagine putting. I wish I could have put Barry Sanders in Emmitt Smith's shoes because I would have loved. I think Barry Sanders would have actually stomped the mud hole in Emmitt Smith's stats if he had.
I would put Gale Sayers over him if he stayed healthy. Gale Sayers was something else. Gale Sayers, the running back, he was something else, but he had way too many injuries.
Yeah, but if you gave Barry Sanders what Emmitt Smith had, dude, it game on.
Oh, of course.
It was over. That's what I'm saying. I think when it comes to Emmitt Smith and Barry, they played on the same times, but dude, Barry was a whole new animal, and he had no one to help him. If you would have put him on any other team, no man on earth would have touched him. No man. Like, Barry Sanders is the ultimate legend. He's everything. But that's just my opinion.
Or even, like, if you want to put like, say the past 10 years. If you want to go by 10 years for, like, maybe since Mitch isn't familiar with a lot of the past names, like, you could do, like, the best players at a certain position for the past 10 years, since, like, 2010 or something, if you want to go there. You can name your all-time players for that.
Yeah.
Modern feel.
I'll go for the players that I have seen. It's going to be a lot of modern.
Yeah. No, you're right, Cowboy. You are.
I my defense right now. I got my outside linebackers are LT and Derek Thomas. My defensive tackles are Aaron Donald, and I'm going to put John Randall. My middle linebacker, it's a toss-up between either using Derek Brooks as middle, but I'll put him at the weak here, Ray Lewis or Harry Carson. So I'll go with Ray Lewis just for modern-day takes, right? And then my other inside linebacker is I'll use, I'll put Mike Singletary in with him in there. So then I'm running the 3-4. So then my outside corners would be Rod Woodson, and then, Deion Sanders would be number 2. And then my safeties would be actually I'll move Rod Woodson to safety and put Charles Woodson at there, and I'll have Ed Reed. Actually, screw it. I'll leave Rod Woodson there. I'll put Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu as my safety.
Oh God!
No Dawkins.
No, Polamalu and Reed were something different. No,
they were. They were
different.
What about John Lynch? Did John Lynch want to make it?
No, Polamalu and Reed were better. Those two are difference makers. Like Lily, when they're on the football field, you don't want to be anywhere near those two. You want to throw the ball or be anywhere near them?
Tyler. Bree?
I'm sorry. There's only one other safety. There's only one other safety that I might. Well, never mind. I ain't even gonna say it.
No, say it.
Nah, man. The only reason why no one will credit it is because how short his career was, but it's not his fault. Yeah.
No, he had a hell of a lot of potential. I
think Sean Taylor was revolutionary. Honestly, he got cut way too short.
Now, let me ask you guys this: for running backs, would you put Jim Brown there?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine
Jim Brown, Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith? I would even put in Curtis Martin.
Yes, that's under. Yes.
How about ED?
I put
Eric Dickerson.
Wait, do y'all know that Bo Jackson is not in the Hall of Fame yet?
Who?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Oh, that's
Tyler said I don't. No.
Yo, what's going on, Jay Lay?
What up, Jay?
Could you imagine if Ernie Davis did not pass away? Bro, that guy would have been a dog.
Yeah, I agree with the Jay.
You know who's a good running back that doesn't get any credit is Frank Gore.
Yes. Thank you, Adam. Yes. Frank Gore has just been consistent all throughout his career and great. Wherever he's been, he's just played great.
I think he's number 3 on the rushing list.
Yes.
And people sleep on Curtis Martin, That dude was an animal.
Curtis Martin was fantastic. for the Patriots and for the Jets.
You know who
That
I
guy
also
was
will throw in there
fantastic
too, who I
running
didn't
back.
really like though, but I'll throw him in there. Marshall Faulk. He kind of
Yes.
I was gonna say Marshall Faulk.
revolutionized the running back game in that greatest show on turf.
Eddie George.
Oh, see, I love Eddie, but
Fred Taylor. Fred Taylor.
Oh,
How good Fred Taylor was.
Yes.
Priest
Hey,
Holmes.
hey!
Larry
You know
Johnson.
we're skipping all around somebody special. Okay,
You
Adrian
can say
Peterson.
Brian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, AP was great.
AP
Hey,
was
hey,
great.
AP in his own right, AP holds his own.
The second best back I ever seen was LaDainian Thompson. Like that dude was just an animal. Like when he stiff armed that dude in the Redskins in the overtime game to win, I was just like, yo.
Yeah.
But I loved Adrian, what he did, man. You know who doesn't get enough recognition and burn, but his counterparts in the Hall of Fame, Terrell Davis, friggin' Priest Holmes, man. Priest Holmes was better.
Yeah, I love
good he
Priest Holmes.
He's not in the Hall of Fame, but TD is. No thank
What
you.
about Fred Taylor?
I said
We already said
Fred
that.
Taylor he was something different.
Was
too.
that BPS? I knew it was BPS.
Yeah.
Hey, how about
Hey, now I'm not the youngest one anymore.
I'm gonna transition to wide receiver. You want to talk about a wide receiver that doesn't get enough talk, and he should? Jimmy freaking Smith. What that guy did in Jacksonville. Jimmy Smith was disgusting. How good he
Jacksonville was successful.
He never hear about Jimmy Smith being put up there as one of the all-time greats. Just look at that guy's numbers and what he did. Jimmy Smith was fantastic for years.
What about Isaac Curtis and Herman Moore? No one talks about those dudes.
Herman Moore is not as good as Jimmy Smith.
I'm not
Rob
saying
Smith
that. I
either.
just don't think he gets enough respect, though.
Herman Moore, I'm telling you, Herman Moore was good for the Lions for a few years, but he's no Jimmy Smith and Kean McCardell basically ran the NFL for the years they were with Jacksonville.
I forgot all about Keenan McCardell. Oh my God,
McCardell was great too.
You can't forget about Keenan McCardell, baby, and then their quarterback Mark Brunell, who was lighting it up that time as well. That team was good back then.
You remember that offense, Adam? Brunell, Fred Taylor, Jimmy Smith, and McCardell. Jesus, God, that offense was disgusting.
Yo, man, you guys remember freaking Santana Holmes?
Yes.
Santonio Holmes.
Santonio Holmes.
God. And then you had Hines Ward.
I love
back in the day.
Hines Ward is the best wide. Would he be the best wide receiver out of Pittsburgh for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Like, would he be?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'd probably say Swan and Stallworth were better. He's definitely up there.
Hines Ward has the most receiving yards in Steeler history.
I just love that guy because he was tough as hell. He would never be afraid to just go out there and throw a big block on a defensive back.
Hines Ward was AB before AB. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
that dude caught everything.
I can agree to that.
Everything. Him and Preston Burress creeped the field, dude.
This one is kind of debatable. Sorry to cut you off, AK, but Megatron.
That's not debatable.
It's not because how short his career was, how he retired quick.
No, it's not debatable.
No.
I mean, he is in the Hall of Fame, is he?
Yeah, Megatron's in the Hall of Fame.
And there's no doubt Calvin Johnson. No.
Nah, bro. Megatron was a different talent. He was different.
And the only reason I say that is because if you gave Megatron Tom Brady, Tom wins every fucking year.
Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt, those two guys
were
my
difference
makers.
That's
too.
my favorite Rams team. That's my favorite Rams team. Kurt Warner.
Isaac
Bruce show on turf, man.
Did they get to the Hall of Fame yet? Isaac Bruce and Terry Holt?
Yeah,
I think Bruce is in. I don't know about
Holt. I think Bruce is in.
Yeah, Mike Allstott, man. Hell yeah.
Allstott was great for them.
Allstott was a beast.
Yeah, Coles don't get no respect. That Florida boy put in the chat.
Lavernius Coles, he had some good years for the Jets, but I wouldn't put him up there as like one of those like very good to great receivers. He had some moments. Santana Moss, same thing. I thought they were good for like a couple of years, but I wouldn't have put him up there.
What about Isaac Curtis, Otis Taylor?
How about Andre Johnson?
Donald Driver.
Oh, Andre Johnson was fantastic. He was great.
Donald Driver, I like.
Houston. Donald Driver was great too. Look at his numbers when he did for Green Bay for years. Donald Driver was great. You'll look at his numbers and be like, that dude is.
I'm not putting him in the hall.
No, I say he's borderline.
That's a good one. Anquan Bolden. Hell yeah. Bolden.
No, Anquan Bolden. There you go.
That's a goat right there.
You guys might hate me for saying this, but I'm putting Mike Evans in the Hall of Fame for what that guy's done in his career for the Bucs.
I agree.
Mike Evans he's great.
7 1,000-yard seasons.
I mean, out of the 2014 receiver class, he's the only one that's lasted the test of time right now. No injuries, knock on wood. Has dominated his last, 7 years. Has a Super Bowl title. Once you get a ring, then all you have to do is pad your stats the rest of your season, and then you will have a chance there. Because you look like guys.
And Adam, he did it with Jameis Winston.
It's true. Yeah, absolutely. We forget about that, right? I mean, we look at guys like Andre Reed. Andre Reed gets into the Hall of Fame based on 4 championship, 4 Super Bowl appearances, but his numbers match up. We forget about Marvin Harrison too, because
Reggie Wayne.
Reggie Wayne was dominant. Hines Ward should be in the Hall of Fame just about what he's done alone. Best, probably pound for pound, the toughest receiver in the NFL I've seen growing up was Hines Ward. Yep. Second would probably be Steve Smith, because that guy just that guy's going to the Hall of Fame too. Why are we talking about Steve Smith? That guy's a beast.
Yes. Let's make it fun. Let's talk about our favorite all-time wide receiver duos. All-time great wide receiver duo, because there's a lot. There's a lot of good wide receiver duos.
Well, to me, it's like
what's up? What'd you say?
All-time favorite wide receiver duos.
There's a lot.
God damn, that's a hard one.
Well, I'm gonna go with Torrey Holt and Isaac Bruce.
I was gonna go there. You know what? No,
get on the boat with me.
Oh, I got one.
I got one too.
Well, one at a time. Slay, go first.
Slay.
Andre Reed and James Lofton.
James Lofton. Yeah, I was gonna say that one, but I didn't want to go too old school.
Now, this one is I loved this one growing up with Carson Palmer, Chad Johnson, and TJ Houshmandzadeh.
TJ Houshmandzadeh?
Yes.
He's nice.
I loved him. Dude, he was a killer on fantasy for me.
TJ Houshmandzadeh.
Yep.
I got one for y'all. Rod Smith and Ed McCaffrey.
Yes.
Broncos. Okay. AK?
Oh, it's me? Yeah. Man, that one's hard. I'm gonna say Chris Carter, Randy Moss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give the Packers some love too. I would even say you could go with a bunch of these guys. You could say what do you call it? Jennings and Donald Driver at one point. You could say Jordy Nelson and Jennings. You can say Cobb. Randall Cobb was great in his time when he was healthy. He was one of the best slot receivers in the NFL. They had Devontae Adams, Randall Cobb, and Jordy Nelson at one point.
Yeah.
They had Greg Jennings. No teams churn out wide receivers better than the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They just churn out wide receivers every year that are good. I don't know how they do it, but they always get Pro Bowl wide receivers almost every season.
They have competent drafters. That's what it is.
Y'all can't forget about Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne.
Oh yeah, Greg Jennings was great. Greg Jennings when he in his prime was
Greg Jennings. I can't believe no one said John Taylor and Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice and T.O.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, John Taylor, I like him. I mean, that would be a good one. I could take both Rice and Owens and Rice and Taylor.
Okay. I have to ask a question.
Tim Brown and Jerry Rice.
I have to ask a question on this because I haven't asked any of you guys this yet, and I've brought this question up before, and it's actually I think it's a good debate, even though it's not. Could Aaron Hernandez have been better than Gronk?
Nah.
And no, I'm serious.
Normal guys said what up?
Nah, no. Gronk is the greatest tight end that's ever played the game of football.
No,
I know, but if you realize though, Aaron Hernandez was in the spotlight. The only reason Gronk got it is because of what happened to Aaron. But Aaron was the true number one there before Gronk got there. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
They
get
had the
that.
best season together as tight ends in the 2011 season.
Yep.
Duo of tight ends.
Well, either way, Gronk was gonna form into his own and take that one from him, even if they were there.
We have no idea because after he got indicted, then Gronk really took off, right? We knew about
Yeah.
Gronk, but once he
Aaron was a freak.
Once he became a solo act, that's when go watch that Gators tape, man. He is an absolute animal.
Yeah.
And I don't even like Aaron Hernandez that much, but I'm just saying, if we're talking football related, not person, he was a beast, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I just think that's actually a really good debate.
it's a good debate because
What's
since
better?
we're debating right now, who's our best tight ends that we think? I mean, obviously BPS thinks it's, Gronk. I could say Tony Gonzalez, but people forget about this man, Antonio Gates, son.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I got
Shannon
Gates.
Sharp. What about Shannon Sharp?
Oh,
Shannon Sharp.
You can't
Shannon
forget
Sharp
about
was-
Shay.
Shannon Sharp. was
Shay,
great.
Shay.
Give that man respect. He was a great tight end in his prime.
Bro, Adam, I appreciate you for giving Antonio Gates some love. Bro.
I love Gates. Gates was
Gates
a great
is a
player.
dog.
Gates dominated his. If it wasn't for Tony Gonzalez being in the same division, we wouldn't have heard nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. He's top 5 or top 10 for sure.
I mean, when you're going down the list, of tight ends, and it's hard because then not many have done that well over the years. Not named Mike Ditka or anything else that's in the Hall of Fame like that. If you don't know the tight end position, it's kind of hard. But there's guys like Ben Coates for the Patriots back in the day. He was dominant. People don't know who he is because he was playing for that Patriot team from '93 to '96. You had a lot of guys like that. Technically, Ben Watson's a pretty good tight end.
You gotta put up in that list as well. You got to put Jason Witten in that list.
Yes, and Greg Olson. I like those two guys.
How about Davis?
Jimmy Graham.
Davis who?
There you go. J-Light says Mark friggin' Bavaro.
He played for
Right.
the 49ers.
Vernon Davis.
Vernon Davis.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like him. His numbers will compare, so he probably might get in. But I don't. He's tough. He's tough. That's like you can put in Ben Watson if you do that because
Heath Miller.
Yes.
Pittsburgh.
Heath
Good.
Miller was
Mike
good.
Ditka.
Yeah.
I'd say probably the last good tight ends, like the one tight ends that have been good recently. Like you could say Zach Ertz. I'll give you guys credit. Ertz has been a good player for years. Obviously,
No, he
Travis
was a wide
Kelce-
receiver, but he's
Travis
definitely.
Kelce is going to be probably a Hall of Famer when his career is done. But what he's done in Kansas City,
Jason Witten.
Jason Witten,
Awesome.
he's
Marius
definitely up
Thomas,
there.
definitely.
Kittle is on his way to a very, very good career. What he's done in San Francisco. It's because the tight ends weren't as big in the passing game years ago as they are now. That's probably why.
I was going to say Dallas Clark. I was just going to say Dallas Clark.
Yeah, no, Heath Miller, that's a good one.
Heath Miller was very good for the Steelers for a while. Todd Heap, remember him with Baltimore?
So underrated. I loved him.
What about John Mackey? I don't even think people remember John Mackey.
How do you remember him then?
Because I just go look back at some of the stuff, bro.
Jimmy Graham when he was in his prime was good.
Wait, Demaryius Thomas was not a tight end.
No, he's a wide receiver.
He was a wide receiver. You mean?
That's what I was thinking.
Julius.
I'm like,
Julius
dude.
Thomas.
Vernon Davis
dang it,
is a
Juice.
dog. Vernon Davis is a freak, bro. I don't know how he did some of the things that he did. Dude was a baller. Kelsey.
If you go back, old Dallas is Jay Novak Jay Novak.
Yes.
What about for you guys, Brent Selleck?
I was just about to say
Selleck.
Selleck.
Greg Olson.
Greg Olson.
Greg Olson. Shockey in his prime was great.
Yes, Jeremy Shockey.
Jackson.
Who was that, Keith?
Keith Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't Ditka tight end?
Yeah, he was.
Like Mike Ditka?
Yeah.
He was great in Kicking and Screaming, if you guys saw that movie. He was funny. He was funny in that.
The Bears.
They got the personality.
Hey, how about one of our own who from back in the day, Charlie Young?
Yeah.
What about L.J. Smith?
Oh yeah, no one
Oh,
said
God.
Kellen Winslow. I'm surprised.
Kellen Winslow, I was thinking about it, and then I guess.
Bro, Dan Fouts, I'm sorry. That dude was overrated.
Yo, I remember
Yes.
when Jamal Charles broke out for Kansas City, dude.
Dwayne
I
Bowe,
remember
too.
that year.
Yeah.
Dwayne Bowe was good for Kansas City as well.
Kellen Winslow, yeah.
Kerry Dan Fouts, yes,
Jimmy Smith or Jimmy Graham.
yep. Bro, there was a whole 94 overall
We
card.
forgot about Maurice Jones-Drew,
when he was
too.
on the Saints. It mattered.
How about we move on?
MJD.
This is gonna be a tough one for everyone. Instead of just doing guards or tackles, who is your top O lineman that you've seen or in the league or
Jason
of all time?
Kelsey.
Kevin
Being-
Mawai.
Can I say one that I didn't see?
Go for it.
Anthony Munoz, definitely the greatest tackle ever.
Adam,
Yeah.
you go first since you introduced the subject.
Well, I'm gonna go with who's the Oiler guy? His name eludes me right. Matthews. Bruce Matthews.
Oh yeah.
For the Oilers and Titans.
Yes. But you can do whatever lineman because I know it's hard. Linemen are hard if you don't know who they are. But
Orlando Pace.
there you go. That's one.
Allen,
Walter
Cowboys.
Jones is another good one.
Walter Jones, Jonathan Ogden, Orlando
Ogden.
Pace, those three guys.
Alan Faneca.
Dan Deerdorf.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, we had Bob Brown.
Nick Mangold. Got to give the credit to Mangold. He was great for years. Kevin Mawai.
Joe Thomas.
Got Alan Faneca.
Alan Faneca was great.
Brandon Daniel.
Who was the guy on the Cowboys that was really good? Oh, I forgot about the Kansas City guys.
Larry
Willie Rowe,
Allen.
Larry
Yeah, you talking about
Shields,
Larry Allen. Larry Allen.
Waters, Larry Shield, Willie Rowe. Those guys were good too on that Kansas City offensive line.
Yes,
Jason Peters, that's another one. He's been good for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Now he just needs to go away.
Trey Thomas.
Yeah.
He's going down the line right now.
Lane Johnson.
Hey, Adam, you remember Ron Stone?
Ron Stone.
John Runyon.
I wouldn't put him.
John Runyon was a
I'd put
penalty
Chris
machine.
over
though.
Ron Stone.
He was a multi-time Pro Bowler though on the offensive line.
You're right.
He was.
And he was a Cowboy.
No.
Yeah, he was. But for the Giants, he was pretty solid.
Steve Wisnowski.
Jeff Saturday was a center though. Burns.
Saturday was good. Oh, Tariq Glenn for the Colts.
You could do. This is offensive lineman because it's hard to.
Oh yeah, you're right. You did say
You could say any lineman you want because I know that we aren't sitting there reading the offensive line
Yeah.
of every team in the Hall of Fame. So I know that's a hard category. Defensive players, you're going to rattle off defensive ends and tackles like it's nobody's business. But when you come to offensive linemen, you have no idea who a lot of them are. So I understand if you can't name a specific tackle, but if you know a guard or center or whatever, just name it.
Flozell Adams.
Landon McDaniel, there was a good
Wow, I remember that name.
one. Flozell Adams.
Oh my God, the human.
I
offensive-
like the Brickashaw Ferguson. I'm not saying he's
Brick,
all
no,
time,
Deep Brick was great.
Yeah,
I would say Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith, you got to put him there. You got to
Yep.
put Tyron Smith there.
Chris Samuels. People forget about that guy who played for the
Yes.
Redskins back
How about Quentin Nelson?
Larry. Nah, this is too early in his career, bro. He got time, man.
I got
But
one
he's-
for you
he's
guys.
dangerous, dog.
Out of these
He's
three
amazing,
great
though.
offensive tackles,
He is. I'll give
He
you
is
that.
amazing.
He's
You
on
You
his
said
way.
you said amazing. He is amazing.
Out of these
You got
three
it,
great
man.
offensive tackles in their time, Walter Jones, Jonathan Ogden, Orlando Pace, 1 to 3. All three of them were
Ogden is
Damn.
great talents.
Well, Randy already put him in.
That is tough. It's
I'll
like
put Ogden, Pace.
Ogden is
You
nice.
said-
I
you
like
said
Ogden.
Ogden, Pace, and who else?
Walter Jones of Seattle.
Walter Jones. Okay.
That's how I'm
gonna
going.
take-
Ogden, Pace,
I'm gonna
Jones.
take Ogden, Pace, and then Walter Jones. No.
Although
no,
I
no,
do
I'm
love
gonna take-
Orlando Pace though.
Can't forget
Yeah.
about the goose,
Nah, I'm gonna say Ogden,
Goose.
Walter Jones, and then Pace.
Tony Terragusa.
He
was
played on
defense.
Yes, sir. The goose. The goose.
Was he on offense or he was defense?
I think he was defensive. He was a defensive tackle.
Ah,
He was like the glue of their D line, though.
God, Ogden was disgusting.
Since Kay brought it up, why don't we move to defense? Since that'll
Yeah, let's
probably
do
be
it.
more fun. and more names that come out there. So we'll start with D tackles.
Oh Jesus!
Aaron Donald is the greatest D tackle ever. I'll stand on that.
I can't say that.
Bro, tell me another one, and I'm arguing.
John Randall.
Bro, I don't care, bro.
John Randall, Warren Sapp.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, bro. In my day, from watching DTs, man, Warren Sapp was on another fucking
I
level.
love Warren Sapp.
Warren Sapp was a phenomenal athlete, football player. Anybody would love to have Warren Sapp. And
I got another one
He
for
was a
you.
dog. And we passed him on
Justin
him.
Smith,
We
for
traded.
Yeah.
the 49ers. Justin Smith.
like, I'm not trying to disrespect Donald. Do not get me wrong, bro. Donald is phenomenal.
You young
Okay,
man,
but-
John Randall, man. I
Ugh.
know.
Yeah.
You forget about
Alvin
Vince
Kamara.
Wilfork. Vince Wilfork was a
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
good one.
I loved Wolford.
Here's a
What,
name
what,
that you
what
guys
Speedy
may not be
Eagle said,
familiar
Kevin
with.
Williams.
Cortez.
Kevin Williams, Simon got Stu.
Really good. Yeah.
I agree. Cortez Kennedy was really good. Geno Watkins.
yeah.
Kevin Williams was good for Minnesota. Yeah, the Dominican Sue was.
Who's going to be there? Like,
Reggie Brown, dog. What the hell?
you know who's going to be on that list
Who the best
in
D tackle
future
was?
years? Jordan Davis.
The question is best all time defensive tackle.
But was William
Yeah.
the Refrigerator Perry good on defense? See, I don't know his career like that.
I knew him as a fullback.
Bro, Randy White. Oh my god.
I knew him as a fullback.
Mean Joe Green.
Well, yeah, but dude, when you're talking best all time, there's only a certain few you can put there, and it's what was the original one you said, Adam?
I said John Randall.
Randall, Sapp, Darnold, and Wilfork.
That's probably about it.
Yeah, like they're the only kind that stand out to me. Those four names right there. Like everyone else is kind of just on another tier below them.
I feel
If
like
know
you could
history, it's
put
different.
Mean
You know
Joe
what I mean?
Green
Like, if
in
you-
that discussion too.
Who?
Mean
Who's
Joe
like?
Green and Deacon Jones. Both dominant
Deacon-
players.
That's
Deacon
respectable.
Jones-
Deacon Jones ain't bad.
Was he a D tackle?
Yeah,
I think he was a
decent.
pass rusher, wasn't he?
I thought he was an N, but he might have played some D
He
tackle.
played more DT, I thought.
Did he?
I agree with Florida Boy Burn right here. He's right.
Nah, you are
That,
right. He did
that
play defense.
Vikings
He played
defensive line with Jared Allen
Yeah,
and
he-
Kevin
they-
Williams
they
did
said
not
he
get
was-
enough
yeah.
credit. They were great.
Wait, hold on, guys. I got some breaking news here.
What?
Sacramento's possibly landing a spot for Tobias Harris. Let's go. Please take him. Please.
Jared
What?
Allen was good. Going out on
Please.
DNJ. There you go. JJ Watt. I
Yeah,
forgot
he
about
was
him,
a
bro.
DN.
JJ Watt is probably one of the best we should mention in there too. We really should put him in there. He got
Number
he got
one
slapped off.
greatest defensive end ever. Reggie White, no discussion. I don't want to hear no one else. Reggie White is the greatest defensive end ever. For sure.
You can't tell me.
Um,
You cannot tell me. Bruce doesn't get a call. 200 sacks
Yes,
ain't no joke.
Bruce Smith.
Hey,
I'm talking
hey,
about Bruce
hey.
Smith.
I got one for you guys. I got one.
What?
Julius Peppers.
I got one.
Pass rusher or defensive tackle?
He was a defensive end.
We're moving to DN.
I got one. It's a little underdog. The freak, Javon Kurtz.
Real?
Yeah, he was good.
What about Elvis Dumerville was good too.
Now, but
Yeah,
you know who
dude,
people forget
yeah.
about, is Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis, yo.
Yes, I was just about to say them, Adam. I literally was about to say Dwight
Bruce.
Freeney and Robert
Well,
Mathis. How good
and
they
you-
were.
You also have Jack Youngblood as well.
Yes, sir. Young
But
boy.
let me peep Dwight Freeney, yo, because I think we forget how good this guy is, yo. For a guy
He
who
was
is
so
6'3",
disgusting.
that spin move is ill. Nobody does a spin move anymore. Nobody just does
Yeah.
a spin move to the quarterback and you're sacked. Bro was amazing. And then Robert Mathis, first step, didn't he? One of those two guys leads the NFL in strip sacks, like all time. It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, those two were such
Yeah, I
a
love defense.
fantastic underrated duo.
Michael Strahan.
I like him too. Michael Strahan's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you could put like 4 or 5 Giants on that list.
Come on, but one, it's Reggie White. I love Bruce Smith, but this dude, AK, he had like 20 sacks one year, right? And then the season got cut short, so he won.
Oh yeah, no, Reggie. It was
Demarcus
during.
Ware.
during-
How are we forgetting about Demarcus Ware?
it was during the strike in '89. Reggie White, he had 20 sacks in 12 games.
That is ridiculous.
Dude, he would have if we had a full season that year. If it wasn't for the strike, Reggie White would have shattered every fucking record. Like he had 20 sacks in 12 games. That's freaking amazing.
He would have broke the single season sack record. TJ Watt.
Hold on, just really quick before I forget. Jeff, you're gonna be on Money in the Bank pay-per-view, right? You're gonna be with us.
Yeah, I'll be on it. I'm gonna see if I could try to stream it on my channel too. If not, yeah, I'm gonna be on the. I'll be doing the Money in the Bank, so I can either get pissed off or enjoy it.
Hey, just let me know, and I'll put your channel on the StreamYard. Just let me know.
I think you might be pissed off with that. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Would be nothing out of the norm.
Pay-per-views were decent. They were decent for the last couple.
Yeah, WWE's actually put on decent pay-per-views. It's just they can't get Monday and Friday right. They can't get the build
correct. That's
I mean, to be honest, I like last Monday. I'm not gonna lie. Like that what is it called? That battle royale that they had where
wasn't he a linebacker?
Riddle speared.
Sean Merriman was a linebacker.
Yeah, he was a linebacker. I loved him though.
We're getting there.
That dance that he did, the shock dance, whatever he called it.
We can move on, but I think he had his day. I don't think he was the best I've seen.
Oh,
you can't forget Derek Thomas. We're going to move to linebackers. Let's go, man. I mean,
Big Butkus, Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher.
Are we talking about outside, middle? How do you want to do?
Just say linebackers in general.
Okay, well then the number one is LT. That's just
number one is LT, no question.
The guy
if we're talking about inside linebackers, Ray Lewis easily.
Yeah,
Derek Brooks.
I could. Him and Derek Brooks would take a run for their money. Mike Singletary was good too.
Yeah. Where'd you put Urlacher?
Jack Ham.
Urlacher's an all-timer.
Junior Seau.
Or Briggs.
Junior
Briggs.
That's a name, yo.
Yes. What about Briggs from the Bears? He was good too in his time.
Yeah, no, he's not Hall of Fame.
Or Patrick Willis. Do you remember how good Patrick Willis was for the 49ers?
I would give you him over.
And Navarro Bowman.
Navarro Bowman, yeah, but Navarro Bowman wasn't the same as Patrick Willis.
No, Patrick Willis was so good in his day for San Francisco.
I mean, Luke Kuechly's good too for a middle linebacker. We forget about how good Luke Kuechly is. You know, he was really dominant.
I wouldn't say AJ Hawk. Clay Matthews.
Clay Matthews was better than AJ Hawk.
AJ Hawk was good, but he was not great.
He was solid.
Y'all had another good linebacker, Harry Carson.
Yeah, Carl Banks. We had a bunch of them. Pepper Johnson.
Y'all had a lot of them, bro.
Brad Van Pelt. You could just name a whole bunch of Giants linebackers. Antonio Pierce.
Yeah.
Mike Barrow. Jesse Armstead.
Oh yeah, Terrell Suggs.
I know his career got cut short, but I kind of have to say he's a great for certain reasons. Ryan Shazier.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. He was
Zach Thomas was a good one.
He was a beast.
Luke Kuechly, when he was healthy, was great.
Oh, Sean Lee.
Yes.
Sean Lee. Yeah.
I'm gonna even say it. If he didn't have the issues he had going forward, Aldon Smith would have a difference maker on that as a pass rusher. Aldon Smith was as an outside linebacker, he was good. I don't know if I put Roquan there.
What is it? Fred Warner for
Warner? Yeah.
Warner's a dog.
Oh
I'm trying to think of old school guys.
I like
Seau. Yeah.
Oh, how can I forget Ted Bruschi, Mike Vrabel,
Ted Bruschi,
Willie McGinnis, yes. Willie McGinnis.
Yes, sir. Bednarik. Yes, sir. T says
Peter Boulware for the Ravens. Remember Peter Boulware? How good he was for that Ravens defense when they won the championship. Derek Johnson for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Talk about Derek Johnson. There was another good Derek at linebacker too. Derek Johnson, his prime.
Oh, he was number 56, right?
Derek Johnson was 59. Thomas was 56.
59. So who was the guy that rushed Marcus Mariota and lit his head up? I'm trying to think. Was it him?
No, I think it was somebody else. Urlacher.
Yeah, I think it was someone else, bro.
Briggs. I'm gonna keep saying Lance Briggs was great too.
Oh, dude, linebackers for days.
Yeah, man.
Here's another pass rusher we sort of forgot about, but was pretty solid. Simeon Rice.
Yes.
I'm familiar with that name. I got
Simeon Rice on the championship Bucks team. Had a couple of really great seasons for that team.
Yeah, DeMarcus Ware.
Thomas
Yeah.
Davis. Yep. Put him up
Davis.
there. Oh, London Fletcher. London Fletcher, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what's going on, Phil?
All-time great player.
Podcast. Appreciate you stopping in, man.
Real
Shout
quickly,
out.
thank you, everybody. To
Hit that like and subscribe button
Yeah.
when you're in or out. Thank you for
What's
coming.
good, Joe?
make sure you
Yes,
sell out
sir.
to all these
Steph
great
Jr.
content creators on
Yep.
the panel. Thank you so much for coming by the stream.
Thomas Davis. Mike Singletary. Bro, these are all just great names, man.
Yeah. Nah, dude, the NFL has produced great talent over the years.
Gary Brackett.
Oh, look who's here. Oh,
What the heck? Yeah.
Yo, what is good, brother?
Hey, what's up, guys?
AJ,
What's going on?
AJ featured some great players on that Bucks defense for a long time, man. Yo,
What is good?
Nothing much. What's
Yeah,
going
AJ.
on with you?
All right. How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. Just going over the history of the NFL, really. Just naming greats.
Oh, okay.
and I'm getting work done for the network as we speak. So, I'm doing that.
How's the network going?
It's going good.
It's going well. It's going well. We just did a Phillies and Braves live play-by-play last night with my guy Blake, our newest member. He's a fan of everything Atlanta. So
I see
That
you
was
guys
great.
you guys are almost at 100 over there, right?
Well, we hit 101 last night. YouTube. took
101.
some-
Okay.
yeah,
good,
we're at
good.
101, and then now we're at 97.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll probably go back to 100 tonight if you guys are streaming tonight.
Yeah.
Matt, time is for his Commanders at 8.
So, what are we on now?
Oh,
Corners?
Richard Seymour. I forgot about Richard Seymour.
Yep.
Bro,
Yeah.
The Patriots.
if we talking about corners, bro,
Cornerback,
Night Train
yes.
Lane is a top 3 corner in my
Man, look at BPS dropping his knowledge. He's only like
opinion.
2 years old,
I
but he knows
love Night
everything.
Train Lane, bro.
Man, I'm going to tell you what. The one dude who was nasty in my day, Champ Bailey.
Yeah.
Darrell Revis.
Yeah.
Darrell Revis.
Revis,
Huh?
yes,
Revis.
sir, Revis Howard.
Darrell
yeah,
Revis.
Revis and his
Darrell
Jets
Revis
days.
did.
Charles Woodson was a beast.
Yeah.
He was.
You might guys might remember Darryl Green. Yeah.
Yes,
Green.
Darrell
Darrell
Green from the
Green.
Washington
Sure.
Redskins. All-time
Deion
great.
Sanders, obviously.
Eric Allen
Eric Allen. man, he was like-
from the Eagles.
Listen, people talk about him all the time. He's in the circles. You may not like Eric Allen, but he's an all-timer.
Mm-hmm.
Mel Blunt. That's another one.
And you just watching NFL films right now?
Namdi Awesome his Raider days was great too.
Yeah.
No, I'm watching Orange and Blue.
The thing is with Namdi,
What do you guys think of Richard Sherman? Because I do
we
believe
try to
he-
use him like a zone coverage corner. He's a
I do
man.
believe Richard Sherman should be up there, but I'm
Richard
trying-
Sherman and Patrick Peterson both should be up there.
definitely,
Well, they're right here.
definitely Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, bro.
Patrick Peterson, man. Whew. You forget about these guys.
Yeah, he was good with
So
the Raiders. He
good.
came to the Eagles and stunk it up.
Right, I know.
Peterson for the Cardinals was something.
Ty
different.
Law. No one said Rob
Ty
Wilson.
Law, yes. Put respect on
yes,
Ty
you're
Law's
right.
name. He was good
You're right.
too.
You're right.
Gilmore's good, but he ain't like too high up there. He do got a defensive player of the year though. So.
You guys, Sheldon Brown and the other
Troy
guy, I forget his
Vincent?
name.
Vincent or
Troy Vincent and
Troy Vincent.
Bobby
yeah.
Taylor?
AJ
Bobby
Harris.
Taylor.
Oh, yeah, the Barbers, Tiki Barber. And
Oh, Rondé.
I
Yeah,
hate
Rondé.
them
Yeah,
both.
Rondé.
Yeah, Rondé
I will
Barber.
forever hate
Yeah,
them both.
Rondé.
All of Famer.
they were
Why do
both
you hate them both? Why do you hate them both?
they were both nasty.
Tiki Barber that destroyed us every single time he played, and Rondé
Oh.
Barber with
Chris McAllister and Dwayne
Oh, yeah,
Schwartz.
the pig.
Guys,
Oh yeah, the pick. Oh my god, I
Dwayne-
remember
Dwayne
that. That
Starks,
was such
too.
an awesome
the
moment.
90-yard
Oh,
touchdown.
sorry.
shut up.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry. That
I
was
gotta
so
tell you
awesome.
something,
Listen.
actually.
Listen, I have the miracle at the
Our,
middle
def- our defense won us that game.
Ananias Williams, that was good. That's a good one.
Aeneas Williams, yeah, he's good.
Yo, AJ,
What up?
look at this. It was the next year. Hold on, let me move my microphone. It was the next year that we opened the Lincoln Financial Field against you guys.
Oh,
So my
That's
grandfather
nice.
actually got me this. So
Hell
I'm still
yeah.
trying to figure out where to put it in my layout, but so far nothing
Porter
working.
was good.
Quincy Porter.
Ike Taylor. What about Ike
Ike
Taylor
Taylor,
from the Steelers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ike Taylor was a dog. He was good.
I
They
love
made
Ike Taylor.
they made some hell in that Steelers defense, bro, with him, Palomalu, and the rest of them dudes, man. They caused hell.
The Flying Hawaiian.
The Flying Hawaiian. I like that nickname.
Yeah, I loved watching Troy play football, man. I still remember that day he jumped that entire offensive line to sack that QB. That was amazing.
He's
So
a top
hard to
3 safety ever, to be honest.
It's hard to say who was better between him and Ed Reed.
Yes,
'Cause Ed Reed was
sir.
some different
Mathis,
too.
bro. I'm surprised anyone even said Rashawn.
I remember
For the
Rasheed
Jaguars.
Mathis.
He played for Detroit. He played for I think those teams only, but he was solid with the Jaguars.
What about Marcus Trufant?
Trufant, is that Desmond Trufant's brother or something?
Desmond Trufant and Marcus Trufant. Yes, Marcus I believe
Yeah.
played with the Seahawks for a long time. And the guy that was on the Cowboys for a long time, he was pretty solid in his day too. I forget his name though. Like good corner in the 2000s, late like 2010s. Drafted by them.
I forget, but I know who you're talking about. He gave us hell.
No one said.
Adam, you might remember him. He got
Terrence Newman?
burned a lot. Who?
Terrence Newman.
Terrence Newman. Yes, Terrence Newman was good.
Oh yeah, Akeem Talib, man, for sure.
Didn't
Yep.
Akeem pull Crabtree's chain?
That's
Yeah.
bro. That was
Yeah.
Hakeem
watching
Talib
that
will
on
always
live
be
TV.
known as the guy that got schooled by Hakeem Nicks. He got his.
No,
he got his
Dude, you know
taken to
who
the
was
back
worse
door.
than him though, man? Out of all of them, dude, Cortland Finnegan.
Oh yeah.
What did he do with Andre
Yo.
Johnson?
that
That
dude, that dude could get in anyone's head. Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
god.
He was a good cornerback too, but yeah, he would get in your head. He would screw. You would mess you up so badly cerebrally. Yes, Cortland
Andre
Finnegan was one of
Johnson
those.
barely talked.
Yo, Andre was swinging on that fool.
And he's just sitting there
barely
laughing the whole
talked.
time.
Like, he didn't
I
talk.
know.
He just let his game speak for himself. So that's crazy that Finnegan went in his head.
There's another really good cornerback. It just slipped my mind. I think he played for the Falcons for a little bit. Not long.
Wow, yo, that's crazy. So Sasha Banks got released on June 10th, and we just now hearing about it.
Yeah.
No, they
Yeah,
haven't
just
released
got
her yet. They haven't,
No,
they
they did.
haven't released her.
No, it just came out.
Do we
Oh,
still
just
watch
now?
wrestling? Oh, okay, gotcha. So-
Yeah.
No,
Damn.
we're just doing the pay-per-views. That's it.
oh man,
Yes, sir. Patrick
I'm
Surtain
surprised you
Yeah.
guys still do the pay-per-views. Those are just as bad.
No, not
We're hoping. Hey, we're hoping for a change.
Oh well, you remember what we went through? We went through those 2 pay-per-views back to back, and we just couldn't do it anymore. Or I couldn't do it anymore.
It was.
Yeah, but we're doing it for the network on
Oh man,
yeah.
It
And
was-
we're doing
Jamal
the
Winfield
UFC
was
on the
good,
same
too.
night. That's what we're gonna
Sometimes
do
it's
that.
just more about hanging out with your friends than the actual thing, you know.
is Roman?
Oh,
is,
yeah, Patrick Surtain-
I mean, I
Patrick
look at it like this.
Surtain
Everybody who hates
here
wrestling,
was
it's a
good
soap
with you.
opera. That's all it is. Just
Yeah.
you can throw your people through
It's a
chairs.
predetermined soap opera.
That's it. That's all it is.
How about Asante Samuel?
is Roman Reigns still the champion?
Oh, Asante
Yes.
saying
Yeah.
Yes, he is,
Yeah.
AJ.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, get that guy! Freaking
You're putting a
They-
smile on Adam's face by saying that because he's been.
the day that
telling us
guy
for
loses the
months.
championship is gonna probably be the greatest day of a lot of people's lives.
Who's taking it though? Who's taking the title from him? Who they
I
actually
mean,
gonna
I'm
fake to get the title
overrunning.
off him?
Is
It's
Brock
gonna be
Lesnar still in the
McIntyre.
spotlight, or
No, it's gonna be McIntyre or
Ew.
Seth Rollins.
He's
I
gonna
think
beat
I'll
he's
take
gonna
Seth
be
Rollins
everybody.
taking it.
He's gonna beat everybody, and then he's gonna beat The
Pac-Man
Rock,
Jones,
and he's gonna be like, "I beat everybody and The Rock. I'm done. I'm out. I'm retiring as the greatest of all time."
That should be Matt Riddle.
I would not be
No,
mad with
no,
Matt Riddle
no.
though.
Oh, yeah, Pac-Man Jones. Pac-Man Jones, definitely.
He was so
Oh,
versatile.
Pac-Man.
You remember Pac-Man Jones in TNA? That was
You know-
hilarious.
You know who's gonna come back and win it, man?
Who's
Rob Van Dam.
Oh
No.
yeah, RVD.
You know WWE would never let him back.
RVD.
Yeah,
No, you
I
know who's
remember
gonna come
that
back
Never
and
let
win
him
it?
back.
dude.
I got one
I
better.
remember standing up in front of my TV going RV.
You know who's gonna come back and win it? Gilbert.
No.
Gilbert. the sparklers
I
coming out the
love
entrance.
Yo, I won't lie, man. He did have the dopest intro back in the day.
No,
I'm not
no,
talking about Goldberg. I'm talking about Gilbert.
Yeah,
No, I
no.
mean Goldberg though.
no, no.
Oh, it's sparklers.
It's you. No,
Yeah.
guys. It's you.
No, dude. When that music,
Eugene is gonna come back and win it.
Oh God,
Oh,
not Eugene.
Eugene.
Al Harris.
no
Dude,
lie.
I
When
love
Goldberg's
Eugene.
music went off, dude, it sent shivers up my spine. It was awesome. I loved it.
What?
His music. You just hear
Oh,
the
yeah.
dun, dun,
Yeah,
and it
Oh,
was
when
over.
he had, you talk about Gilbert, and then he came out with the sparklers. That,
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. It's one of the best entrances in wrestling history was Gilbert. He started like spazzing out with the sparklers.
This
in his
must have
face.
been that while I wasn't watching. Who the fuck is Gilbert?
It's supposed to be a knockoff of Goldberg. When
Yeah, it was a
Madison-
knockoff.
of
It was like a pretty big
Goldberg.
thing.
Thank God I missed it. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
YouTube
He
it,
didn't
but
miss much.
AK, it was
Steve,
pretty
no.
much he would come out like, and they would have this voiceover saying Gilbert. There would be a
Yeah.
couple of guys with sparklers in front of
No,
him, and then he would just start
it's
spazzing
Steve's
out
favorite.
as they shoot the fire extinguisher at him. He would go in the
Gee.
ring doing all the
No, it's gonna
Goldberg
be
poses.
Keith's
It's
favorite,
funny.
the Spear Squad.
And then he would get knocked out. Like he would lose in about 5 seconds, or get knocked out of a Royal Rumble in like the first couple of seconds. It was
that
hilarious.
was so dumb.
No, it's gonna be the
Hilarious.
Spirit Squad.
So Slay, I got a question for you.
Oh god.
Hey, real quick, are the Orlando Magic gonna do anything in free agency or no?
That'll
Probably
be a
not.
that'll be a no, nope, and no.
Oh
I'm
my-
sorry, I answered that for you, Slay.
No.
Wait,
Omar
you're
said-
a Magic
not
fan
Omar.
now?
Yeah, I'm a Magic fan.
Magic aren't gonna do anything.
No, I'm telling you right now. Mo Bamba is going to the Bulls.
Good. I like that one. Peanut Tillman.
Mo
my
Bamba can
Florida
get the
boy.
hell out of
Can't
Orlando. I
forget
don't
about
want him.
Florida. About Peanut Tillman.
He's
Why?
useless. He's
He was
useless. Mo
great.
Bamba is useless.
He can be for the bench.
Well, yeah, I don't. If he
And
goes,
you got
if-
Paulo Banchero.
yeah,
Oh wait, we
I'm
hit
happy-
100 again.
yeah, I'm happy with that. I
Yeah,
wasn't
so-
really at first. But,
No, y'all, I'm telling y'all, watch out for Detroit.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Detroit's
Detroit.
making
I
moves.
love that Ivy pick. I love it.
Yeah, but they just got Alec Burks and Nolan Noel last night.
They still have Kate Cunningham too.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that.
Yeah, they made the trade late last night.
Wasn't there a trade today too?
Yeah.
Yeah, Barton
KCP
and
went to
Morris.
Washington. I mean, Denver.
Hey,
Yeah, for
guys,
Barton
we hit
and
100
Kingston.
subscribers again. We're back at 100.
There you go.
We're back. Back
Nice.
again.
I'm hoping Brunson goes to the Knicks. That'd be
He
cool.
is going to the Knicks for 4 years, 110 mil.
That's
Wait,
going
it's
to be a crazy
confirmed?
contract.
It's
to
It's
turn
going to be
down.
confirmed. I'm telling you right now. He's
Oh,
going to
man.
the.
I hope so. That'd be good for the Knicks fans.
And then
He's
they're
not
going
gonna do
to
nothing.
He'll
they're going to
suck.
try to get DeJounte Murray. That'd be cool. DeJounte Murray there.
All I know is I'm sitting pretty, so I'm happy.
All I know is
I'm-
that the Nets are
Sixers
finally
are
doing
not.
something right, so I'm just gonna sit here and see what they can do. Unless Kyrie
Hey,
Irving or
Pete,
Kevin
did you
Durant
hear
decide to go on
that,
another tangent.
James Harden might not take the player option and may get less money.
Good.
And then Tobias
I'm fine with
Harris.
that one, by the way.
Yo, what is it with you guys and having such bad luck with people?
What? Who?
We're talking
I
about
didn't.
who?
I didn't want James Harden from the beginning. We had
The
good chemistry without him.
76ers, man, they
Yeah.
always have bad
He
luck.
didn't want Harden
Oh
in the
So
yeah,
did the
it's
Nets.
always in the playoffs.
So do the Nets. The
it's
Nets
always
have
in the
bad luck
playoffs.
too.
I mean, they have a
Yeah,
great regular
but-
season, but they
Hey,
choke in the
we-
playoffs.
We got DeAnthony Melton. We got DeAnthony Melton.
Who the hell is the Anthony Melton?
I take Milton. Milton is a good 3
Yeah.
and D guy.
We have Ben Simmons. We don't even know if the guy's gonna play or if he's gonna be
Have
sitting
fun,
out the
have fun
entire
with Ben.
season.
We tried to tell y'all.
Have fun with Harden
We
Trying to
tried.
tell you about
Harden's
Harden,
doing a
too.
lot better than Ben Simmons.
because he's playing.
I'm
'Cause he's
hoping
actually-
Jonathan Isaac finally gets off the freaking bench.
Jonathan Isaac, I have no. He's injured, isn't he?
I hope he gets off the bench. He's been injured for 2 years, man.
That's
2
one
years?
thing
Jesus.
Hey, that's gonna be Ben Simmons.
Oh my god.
I can make those jokes now. I'm happy. I can make those
Don't
jokes.
you
Yeah,
guys
you're
saw Markel
you're starting
Fultz?
to man, you're starting to get into the Alshon Jeffrey Djax territory down there, AJ.
What?
That's how long they were injured on our team.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
I remember that.
Yeah, and we're just paying him just to sit on the bench. So,
yeah, that's my point. You're getting
It's
into
kind of
that.
like in the movie. No, it's kind of like the movie Moneyball. How they're paying him to play against them. Did you guys ever see that movie?
that was a good movie, actually. I love that movie.
I can watch that any day of the week.
Yeah, that's
That's kind of how
movie.
Giants feels about the way they keep paying Sterling Shepard, and he's pretty much been hurt every single year, but yet he's always here. That's my favorite player on the team.
Shepard, when healthy, though, he's a fucking stud.
That you say the key word, when healthy.
When healthy.
Never.
Bro, that boy balling.
All of them. All of them.
Bro,
Yes, no, man. I got to admit with you on that one, Speedy. Listen, as a Bulls fan, for me, Derrick Rose was like the next coming of MJ at one point when he first entered.
Oh, whenever he first
I'll tell
entered,
you what.
he was
Yeah,
exciting
dude,
to watch.
he was amazing.
Joakim Noah.
He made my jaw drop. I was like,
Oh.
yes, we found the next Michael. And then he got injured his leg. And then after that, he got injured again. And I was just like, oh, shit.
Remember, AK, you had Jimmy Butler, you had
Yeah.
Derrick Rose, and Joakim Noah on that. And you had
that
somebody
team was
else, too.
Scary.
That team was disgusting, dude.
And you beat us in 2013.
And don't forget you had Taj Gibson too.
Taj Gibson, that's what
No,
I'm
dude,
thinking.
Derrick Rose was beautiful coming in. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
yeah, yep.
God,
Yeah.
Mr.
Yes, at center. He was a pain.
Yes, I love Noah.
Yeah, but he was fun as
Noah
hell. That's
was
a Florida boy.
Favorite
Bro,
team.
he hated LeBron, dog.
I love Noah, man. Noah was amazing.
Hell yeah. Joakim Noah was the reason we won 2 championships back in
Hell
Florida.
yeah. No, Noah was my favorite piece of that whole puzzle. Derrick
yeah.
just put the icing on the cake.
Mhm.
But
probably
other
have to
than
get more
other Derrick, man, there was only one other person that I watched in that time era, and that was Dwayne Wade. I thought Dwayne Wade was
I love-
amazing.
The
Wayne
Flash.
Wade
was.
was so good.
The Flash, bro.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I don't care what anyone says. That Heat team was his team. It was not
Oh,
LeBron.
absolutely. It's his
He
team.
won a championship before LeBron even got
Yeah,
there.
no,
Yeah.
you can give credit to LeBron all you want. That was Dwayne Wade's team. That dude
Oh,
was
yeah.
amazing, dude.
He was Mr. Heat.
Amazing.
Hey
Yo,
Jeff,
yo,
so I got the
John Moran
pay-per-view
is the
set
next
up.
king of
So just
Bears
let me
fans.
know when you want to put your YouTube on it, and then I'll put it in there.
How many more
Okay.
super teams is LeBron going to try and
I
create?
don't know.
Let's try to
I don't
pull
know,
one
but,
over and,
I think he's got one more in him. One more. That's it. That's it.
Wait, we might have a breaking news here by
Will it be the Lakers though, AJ, or someone else?
The Knicks are taking calls on Cam Reddish.
What?
We may have a
Washington
breaking
gets
news here
suspended
They're
from
for
trying
6
to
to
get
8
rid of
games?
Sports
everybody.
Network.
They're trying to get Brunson
Wait,
back.
what is
I
it?
don't know if this is
Hold up,
official,
hold up.
but there's a
Didn't he
proposed
have the
6 to
settlement?
8 game suspension for Deshaun Watson.
Oh, God.
So they
this
might be
guy.
putting it out
Wait,
there.
wait, hold up. Didn't Watson have the settlement? He made himself look guilty. He
Oh,
said
my God. The
something
guy.
about him
Can
being
we stop with
guilty,
this?
some
We
shit
were
like
just
that.
It's
having a
not going to
good
go
time, and
away
then-
until they come out with a resolution. You know they're going to keep talking about it until they finally
Yeah.
put down a suspension. Then it'll be
Oh.
over. So then they're just going to keep talking about it.
Yes, sir.
I think he's going to retire a Cav, Florida boy. I think he's eventually going to sign like a one-day contract and retire a Cav, since he's from Cleveland. In terms of LeBron, I would not be shocked if he could try to win one more championship with the Lakers, and then he'll just call it a career.
I don't think LeBron is
Well,
gonna,
doesn't he want to play with his son?
He
Then
wants
when
to
is
play with
Brownie
Bronny.
going?
Yeah, he wants to play with his son at least.
When does
I'm telling you right
Brownie
now,
go-
I got
go into the
the
league?
feeling that Bronny's going to get drafted by the Magic, and then LeBron's going to go over there.
Oh,
I have no
Well,
problem with
that'd
that.
be so
Bronny's
cool.
stock is dropping.
Oh my God, I'd be in heaven.
Keep
I
his
hate the
ass
guy.
away from my team. That's all I
hate,
ask.
I hate the guy, but if he came to Orlando, I would welcome him with open arms, just like I did Tom Brady.
Of course you fucking would.
Yeah, of course I fucking would.
I don't know.
At this point, AJ, you come on.
Yeah, they're the Magic.
Oh,
Magic
man.
haven't been relevant since they had Shaq and Penny.
No, we were pretty relevant with Dwight Howard. We did pretty good with Dwight Howard. We made it to the finals.
I'll give it to you. They had a
Yeah.
couple of good years
Yeah,
with
we
Dwight
had-
there.
Yeah, we
Dude, back in the day though, when Shaq was there, that team was.
Shaq and Penny. They were great
Yep.
as a tandem.
Dude,
I think
Penny
Hardaway
Hardaway,
too.
that dude was amazing.
Dude, I loved watching Tracy McGrady play. Tracy McGrady.
Yeah,
was just
Grady was good too.
amazing. I loved McGrady.
Tracy McGrady would have. He had a great career if he didn't get injured.
Yeah.
Dude, do you know how many? Dude, the Bulls and the Magic had so many good games back in the day.
I would
Yeah.
love to
The
see
Magic player.
McGrady stay with Toronto and see him and his cousin Vince Carter play
Yo,
together
I got a
for a long
question.
time.
I got a question. Vince Carter or Tracy McGrady? I'm taking
Vince.
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 You know, you guys
I'm
know
taking-
that they're
I'm
cousins,
taking
right?
Tracy because
Yeah.
Tracy can score a
I'm
lot
taking
more
They're
than
Vince.
cousins. That's the funny thing.
You disrespected
And I'm
Vince.
not just saying that because Vince Carter was a net too for a while. I think Vince Carter was an overall better player, but not by like. 'cause
Y'all forget
McGrady
about
in his
Grant
prime
Hill,
was great.
boy.
Grant Hill was great.
Well,
too.
yo,
He had
who-
a lot of injury issues, but he was great.
AJ,
up,
who was
Jamar?
your Who was your the little dude that you had back in the day? He was your point guard.
Oh shit! I know who you're talking about.
Little Muggsy or whatever the heck his name
Muggsy
was.
Bogues?
Was it
Muggsy
Daryl
Bogues.
Armstrong?
Was it Muggsy Bogues?
He was
No,
with the-
Muggsy Bogues was on Charlotte.
No,
No, he
Muggsy
was-
Bogues- We, didn't, we had.
You guys had a short shit too, though.
We had
It's not
Daryl
Spartan
Armstrong,
Leonard,
but he wasn't really super small. Daryl Armstrong. We had a Jameer Nelson. Jameer Nelson was kind of
Yes,
small.
I remember.
Yeah,
Jameer
Nelson.
Jameer Nelson was out of St. Joe's. He was pretty
Yeah.
good.
I liked him.
Y'all also had Earl Boykins, if anyone knows who that is.
Yeah,
Damon
Earl
Stoudemire was
Boykins,
good
Don't
too.
sleep on him. He was
Yeah,
pretty good,
Damon
though.
Stoudemire.
No, but Slay, I'm talking like around when I watched though. I'm talking in the 90s.
Mhm.
Yeah, then it has to be someone like, I don't know, like
I think it was.
Mark
That's
Price.
right.
or something.
Oladipo was a Magic. I forgot.
Yeah,
about
Victor
that.
Oladipo was a Magic.
Yeah.
And he is not staying with the Heat. He may be on the move.
Oh, I think he's definitely gonna be on the move.
Who?
Definitely.
Oladipo.
Because
Oh, yeah.
he showed
Hey, guys,
he looks
we
like he's
just hit
back now.
12 likes on Hardcore Sports stream. Thank you. 12 likes on that.
Thank you,
one.
everybody, for coming by the stream today. Make sure you hit the like button below. Subscribe if you haven't already to the Hardcore Sports Network. It's all these great and fine content creators on this board. Thank you very much. Hope you're enjoying your Wednesday.
There was
I'm
a
gonna
proposed
do that.
trade.
Yeah,
I just-
It's Allen too. Yeah.
Jeff, you're so good at making transitions, Jeff. It's fucking amazing.
Thank you. Wait, what were you about to say about a trade? Thank you, Slay.
This is a proposed trade, a mock trade on Twitter. The Sixers get Franklin Ntilikina and Maxi Kleber, and the Mavericks get Korkmaz and Thibault. I'm
the
fine with that.
That's a mock trade. Who cares? So it's
It's just
actually an
that.
official
That
trade.
was a
I'll-
horrible mock trade.
Hey, we're getting rid of Korkmaz and Thibault.
God damn,
And
I hate the Yankees.
Here's a report from Adam Silver. He says the official salary cap is projected to be around 123.6 million, according to Tony Bontemps of ESPN. So
I'll
just
take
about
100.
124 mil.
I'll
the
take
salary cap.
124 mil.
Yeah, I
I'll
think we
take
all would take that.
124 mil.
So AJ, I gotta ask you, man.
Wait a minute.
We
What?
haven't had much time to talk. So, how you feeling about your Bucks team going into this season?
I feel like I think that we're going to have a good season. I think we should win the division. I'm not too worried about Carolina.
Don't sleep on them Saints, boy.
No, I'm not going to sleep on the Saints. Saints I have coming in second. And then I'm not really too worried about Atlanta. I think Atlanta's rebuilding. But I'm excited for the season.
What's the status on Godwin? When is he expected
Godwin will be 100%.
back? Is he starting the season or is he going to be
Sports says no, bro. We fucking you up.
Is he a Saints fan?
I don't know.
Yes, he is.
Is he?
Oh, okay. I mean, he
a
might
Zion
be
fan.
able to take care of us in the regular season, but hopefully we don't play in the playoffs because regular season you guys have our number.
Saints have your number 2 straight season. That is true.
Yeah.
Saints have been one team that have been giving Brady trouble in the regular season.
But we have a fun schedule. I think it's going to be an interesting year. I'm excited for NFL. I'm ready.
So what are you predicting your record?
I'm
at?
predicting 12-5,
Okay.
13-4.
That's respectable.
So,
Right around what
somewhere
we
around
put
there.
our team. So
And I think your offense got better. I like Kate Otten, and I do think that you got Russell Gage as your slot.
Yep.
I think your offense
Yep.
got better than it was last
Yep.
year.
I think
That's
that
if Godwin can come back.
it's just
you think Gronk's
injury.
gonna have an effect on that dude at all? Losing Gronk?
I think it might for the first couple of games. I think it'll hurt us, and then hopefully Brady will get into
Right.
action with Brayton, OJ Howard, but OJ Howard has been kind of like a bust. So we'll see how that
He's
goes.
gone. He left to the Bills.
He's on the Bills.
So wait, who do you have at tight end then?
Then we have Cameron Brate. So let me go look.
And you have Kate Otten. You drafted the rookie.
No, Howard's gone.
Oh, well, that's
you guys have Cameron Brate and you have Kate Otten as your tight ends.
I hate to leave y'all, but I do gotta finish up some work because I am off the clock at 3:30, and then I can do nothing for the rest of the day.
All right, Key. Well, I appreciate you stopping through. Thank you so much.
We got Cameron.
Have a great one, Key. Good always talking with you.
And by the way, shout out to Key real fast. She is the one that does the intros for the most part for all of us. She takes care of us. So thank you so much, Key. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. She does awesome work.
Oh, yeah. Key. Yep.
Okay.
What
so
is 34-21?
Okay.
We're
So.
talking some trash right now.
Yeah.
This is basically all he does. He trolls and he does a bad job at it.
Get him on the stream. Let him and AJ go back and forth. I want to hear a nice little Bucks and Saints little.
No, this guy won't even.
It's good to know I wasn't the only one who thought that the OJ Howard was still with us. That makes me feel a little bit better. But yeah,
like
we only
Kate
have
Otten.
Cameron Brate.
I like Kate Otten, the kid you picked up. I think he's going to be pretty solid for you as a tight end. Seems like he's going to be the projected number one. Kate Otten, who's one of the best.
He said I own him.
Prospects. Come on stream and I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
I'm telling you right now, this is what he does. He goes in his closet, he hides behind a pillow, and does nothing.
If you're going to troll and you're going to do that,
I'm telling you, he
get
done
on
that on my
stream and
stream
do it.
before.
You got to get on stream
Get
and
out mine. Yeah, this guy's not much of a talker at all. On camera, he is not.
Kate Otten from Washington is good.
He is.
Yo, I gotta put this out there because you just brought a flashback up in my mind.
That's my bad.
Fucking that kid from Canada last night, Slay. What the hell was his name?
Oh, Chad.
Oh
wait,
God.
Is that the cat that comes into our streams in a cat?
No. Is it?
No, it's a different one.
Oh, dude, no. This kid was on a whole nother level last night, dude. Wow.
I was listening to it as I was streaming the Phillies game, so I couldn't really.
You just be lucky you weren't there. That's all I gotta say.
AK, that's a part of my future, dog. I gotta work with that in the future.
Are you serious? Oh my God. Yo, this kid. Now listen, I'm not disrespecting Slay when I say this. I really am not. But Slay will know exactly what I mean. This kid makes Slay look like a fucking angel. Yeah, he's laughing because he knows like this.
What about Logan then?
He makes Logan look like an angel.
Yeah.
Really? Logan's got a mouth on him. Really?
His mama jokes were incredible.
Yo, I was dying laughing so hard yesterday. Like he was trying, and he failed miserably. But I was dying.
Bro, he didn't know what the.
I don't know either, Nightings. I have no idea what they're talking about.
He didn't know what the Declaration of Independence.
Yo, okay. So Nate had a stream last night, right? At Nate Talks Sports. And he had a call in. Well, this kid, what'd you say his name was again? Chad, right? He comes in. He has a Toronto Blue Jays logo on his thing, and dude. He's telling these guys that he's 15, but the kid is really only 11, right? And he comes and I enter, and immediately when I enter, it's just yo mama jokes, like, and he's failing miserably. So instantly I'm laughing, and I see all these people on, so I jump on because I'm like, yo, I got to see what this is about. Worst mistake I ever made. Once you're in, you're in. You know, because this kid, he was very entertaining, even though he wasn't trying to be. And
You know what happened, dying, bro? The fact that he went up on Google, right, and tried to research every state. He still got Indiana wrong. He said India. Oh my God, that had me crying.
Well, he was 11, so I'm not gonna go.
Yeah,
I mean,
No, it was comical, dude, in a good way. It was honestly the weirdest stream I ever was in my life. I lost brain cells. I won't lie, but it was cool. It was very
sounds like
interesting.
quite the stream.
Oh, dude, if you got to just go watch and just hearing his voice will suck you in. I'm not even playing. The moment the kid starts talking, you're like, all right, I'm hooked. What's this
Is
about?
that a good thing or a bad thing?
In a good way.
It's like I said, it's very tough because you lose brain cells listening to it, but it's entertaining. It's very, very entertaining.
Entertainment.
Yo,
factor,
Nightings is watching it right now. Nightings, tell me what you think as soon as you hear his voice and stuff, dude. Tell me exactly like he doesn't grab your attention as soon as he starts. Because, dude, I walked in, instantly just heard a Your Mama joke from him. That's how this whole stream started. And he did so bad, but his voice just sells it. I don't know. It was funny as
You
shit.
used to watch what did you used to watch? Wilmer Valderrama, Your Mama jokes from MTV days?
Yeah, no, the channel name is Nate Talks Sports, dude. Yeah. And dude, I'm telling you that this kid Chad, man, he's a fucking trip. He really is.
I'll give him credit then. I don't know how much because it's a big determining factor. Do I want to lose brain cells or do I want to be entertained?
No, dude, it's both. It's you're entertained. I promise you are. Yo, they honestly brought that up to him, but yeah, you gotta watch.
Man, his voice was different, man.
Nate Talk Sports is one of the younger Giants content creators. He works a lot with Logan, with Jaden, Tosh sometimes, CJ, those guys. Yeah, Slay as well. Nate or Nas, I mean.
Yes, sir.
Nice. They have their locked in podcast they usually do every Friday.
Yeah, so definitely go check them out, man. They do good work.
They're the future of this YouTube community. It's so cringy.
Nightings is like, what the fuck? He's like, that's so cringy but funny at the same time. Exactly. Yes. If you go listen to it, man, he grabs your attention, but it's in a really bad way. I don't understand, but it was awesome.
Cringe, funny,
yeah.
Cringe. It's like Finkel and Einhorn.
Exactly. Yes.
Ray Finkel and Einhorn.
Yeah. No, dude, it's good. It's really
so is there
good.
any NBA rumors going on right now? I know the free agency is supposed to open up I believe midnight tonight.
Can you put his link in the chat, bud?
I got you, dog.
We got you. Sports.
Let me check and see if there's NBA rumors going
apparently on. Negotiations start at 6 tomorrow.
So tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, evening, whatever you want to call it. We're going live for it on the network. Just like reactions, we're going live for it at 5.
Yeah, but it was last night.
Oh.
No, you're good.
No, he's talking about the other thing.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Sorry.
The rumor is that Tobias Harris may go to the Kings.
For what?
I don't know. They didn't say. But I'm like, please let that happen. Please get him off my team. Please. That's the one guy I want, out.
There you go, bro.
Well, the latest news I see right here on Hoops Hype is that the Magic expected to allow Mo Bamba to unrestricted free agency with the Lakers, Heat, and Knicks to have interest.
The Bulls are one of those two.
The Bulls must be a late entry then because I don't see them on here. But yeah.
They were on NBA Central. I follow them on Twitter.
Bro,
Lakers exercise team options on Stanley Johnson and Wenyen Gabriel. I know Isaac Zubac, I think, whatever his name is, just signed an extension with the Clippers. Yeah. He signed an extension with the Clippers.
Let me ask you guys this. How do you guys feel about John Wall going to the Clippers?
That's going to be
good move. If he's healthy, it's a good move.
I think he'll come off the bench to start out with.
Possibly. Be a good six-man guy for that team.
Bro.
Yeah, and then you'd start Rich.
Nightings. That man's voice Nightings, bro. It would have me cracked up, bro.
What?
Oh my god. That's crazy, man.
I'm gonna say too. I actually am gonna give admiration to Bradley Beal. I give a lot of credit to that guy that he has his chance to go somewhere else and possibly win a championship, and he'd rather just stay in Washington because he's loyal as hell to that organization. I gotta give the guy credit. Now he's doing what a lot of players won't do. That's staying loyal to one organization. So I admire him. I think he's crazy, yeah, because Washington's never gonna win. But I admire him wanting to stick with one organization. So,
wait, who are we talking about?
Bradley Beal. He's going to probably opt out of his contract, and he's going to sign a new long-term deal with Washington to stay with the Wizards.
Yeah. And by the way,
I told you sports. I told you that shit's funny as hell.
And by the way, I just got this thing on Instagram. Who's a better duo, Brady and Gronk or Montana and Rice?
Montana and Rice.
All right.
Montana and Rice.
Anyone else have Brady and Gronk?
Randall.
Dude, I think that's my my favorite Jim Carrey movie is Dumb and Dumber.
There's too many. Liar Liar was great. The Mask was great. Dumb and Dumber 2. Ace Ventura.
Where's Dumb and Dumber? There was 3.
I'm not counting the second one.
I told you, man, that kid's he needs his own channel. He would blow the fuck up. There's something about him.
I don't know. He'd probably get some people that would be chuckling at him.
Yo, but it's different though. It really is. You got to go hear it before you judge him.
I gotta see it. I gotta see it first.
Yeah.
Who?
Oh man, Liar Liar was such a classic. Yes.
Liar Liar was great.
Goddamn pen is blue.
I can't use a blue pen. I can't. Every time when I use a blue pen, I laugh. I can't.
Loser, idiot, wimp, degenerate, slut!
I'm kicking my ass, do you mind?
What about the second? What about Ace Ventura, the second one?
Oh yeah, that's dope.
I love that one. I think I love that one more than the first one.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
What about Slinky? Slinky, go, Slinky, go. I love that Slinky.
Don't forget about the monkey at the end, the gorilla.
Yes. Yes, dude. Everyone wants a Slinky.
Yes. Yeah. No, that was. You know, even though he retired, he said that is the only thing he'll come back to do out of retirement for is another Ace Ventura. He said, other than that, I will not make another movie. So let's hope that they make another Ace Ventura.
But would it be as good though? Because the first two were such classics.
Dude, I think he can do it. I think he's the only man that can.
I don't think so, but I think it will be just as good.
Just as good, yeah.
But here's the problem. Things back then were a lot different than they are now. So some jokes he might have been able to get away with in the past, I don't know if he'd be able to get away with it now because of, what's going on in the climate of the world today. So, I mean, 1991, 1993 was a lot different back then than it was now.
Who do you think's a better actor, though? Jim Carrey, Will Ferrell, or Adam Sandler?
There's only one, and you didn't even name him.
Robin Williams.
No.
I'm saying Robin Williams.
Oh, well, that's not who I was talking about, but yeah, Robin Williams is good. I'm talking about Nicolas Cage.
Dude, I was live
comedy actor.
I think I was live streaming.
No. He said greatest actor.
Yeah.
I
said
actor. Anything.
It could be anything.
Have you seen some of his
yes.
young work? The vampire one where he goes off? Like that whole entire...
Eric, you can come in here too and be in circle with us.
Instantly. The only other person that I even put in that conversation right now is Keanu Reeves.
I was live streaming the other day, and someone came in my chat saying Nick Cage passed away by a motorcycle. I'm like,
How
what?
could you not put me in this frickin' discussion? I am Dr. Evil. How can you not put me in this frickin' discussion? Scott,
Bill
Scotty
Murray.
Doom. Scotty Doom.
I can see Bill Murray.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scotty Doom.
AK, when are we starting this movie podcast? We're talking about
Listen. Bill
Let me tell you
Murray.
about a story about a guy named
Bill Murray is amazing. Okay, there is no doubt about it. What about Bob? Classic.
Caddyshack.
Instant. Caddyshack. Great. Yes. All of it, man. Like Bill Murray. Hello, Ghostbusters.
Exactly.
You know, but when I think of more like greatest actors, somebody who can do everything, like literally all aspects, you know, and that's what we classify as a great actor, right? Someone who can do it all, not just one particular thing.
Meatballs.
Huh?
Remember that movie? Meatballs. Remember the movie
Meatballs? Yeah. Yeah.
You know who I like? Not a lot of people talk about him. Denzel Washington. Did you guys ever see Inside Man?
Training Day. All you gotta talk about is Training Day for Denzel.
All of Denzel Washington's work. Yes.
Training Day is a classic.
My favorite is Inside Man of his. That's my favorite.
Inside Man was good. Deja Vu was good. The Book of Eli wasn't that bad. And also,
I never saw that. My parents did. I never did.
Equalizer.
What is
Training
it?
Day is always my favorite.
Equalizer was good.
What is a Pelican Brief or
Remember the
whatever?
Titans. How can you not? You talk about football. Remember the Titans. One of the best sports movies ever. When you talk about Denzel Washington, great. Did I just hit a nerve or something?
No, I was talking to somebody.
No, I'm trying to think of.
You know what? That is a great point. Bill Murray is undefeated in basketball.
That's true.
I remember when I got Space Jam, the video game, on the PS1. Oh my God, those were the days. That was my first game ever.
Dude, you know what game pissed me off as a kid?
What?
On the original Sega, Lion King. I never could get past that one level where you had to jump all the damn animals. I always fell in between when you got to hippos or giraffes or whatever it was.
Oh wait, AK, when are we playing Fall Guys? Tyler called me. He was like, "Yo, when are we playing Fall Guys? I'm waiting."
Oh.
I was like, "Damn, me too." I was like, "Tyler, I'm better than you right now. I gotta win. You don't."
Yeah, I couldn't watch Space Jam 2, man. Honestly,
I couldn't. I didn't even see it.
Yeah, I never watched it. I won't watch it.
I never will.
Did everyone leave? What the hell's going on?
I'm right here.
No, I know you are. Said everyone.
Slay is doing Slay things.
Yeah, no. Any Given Sunday, The Replacements, yes, they are great movies.
The Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams, I liked. The Blind Side. Yep.
Yeah.
I want to go back to real quickly what Mitch was saying earlier about Sasha Banks. I heard that the WWE is trying to smooth over things with her, and that Stephanie McMahon is trying her best right now because she's a big fan of hers. She's trying her hardest right now to smooth things over and try to get Sasha Banks back with the company because they don't want her to go to AEW. So I heard that she still is technically part of the company unless it just broke recently. But the last report I saw was that Sasha Banks is still part of WWE as well as Naomi, and that Stephanie McMahon and the WWE higher-ups are trying hard to smooth things over with her to try to keep her in the company instead of outright releasing her and just letting her go right to AEW, which is most likely where she'd be going unless she transitions and acting.
You know what? I want her. You know what? I want her to go to Impact. That will help Impact out so much.
I'm sick of everybody going to AEW. It's watering
I
down
am
that
too.
product. I'm tired of it.
Even though my favorite wrestler Claudio went over there.
He's gonna get put on dark soon. The problem
I
is
know.
that AEW's got way
Look
too
what
many
happened
wrestlers.
with Keith Lee. Look what
Way
happened
too
with
many.
Keith Lee.
They need to cut. They're about to lose some of their homegrown. You remember the Dark Order? Everybody, if you're an AEW fan, you remember the Dark Order, who was one of the most over things in that company? Stu Grayson's already gone. Alan Angels hinted that he might be gone. How long until John Silver? I just forgot his name. Reynolds. Silver and Reynolds are gone. How long until what do you call it? Preston Vance is gone. I mean, I love what AEW is doing with their growing wise. They have the Ring of Honor thing doing. They're bringing in a lot of good top tier talent. The problem is some of their creative directions make no sense. They're doing too many run-ins, too many battle royals, throwing together matches that make no sense at times, but their work rate is fantastic. That's why, they get, the type of reactions they do, and they have an incredibly loyal fan base. I'll give one thing to the AEW fans. They are so damn loyal to that company, and it's no surprise that Forbidden Door, even with a lot of people that were not there because of injury, they still had a successful pay-per-view because of how loyal that fan base is. But AEW has a lot of work. We already know WWE's crap with what they do, but AEW needs work as well, and they need to stop signing so many talents and just start putting together very good storylines, develop more characters, and not always have to play the long game. Sometimes it's not a bad thing to play the short game too, as long as it makes sense.
And they're missing MJF so much.
They need MJF, Danielson, and Punk back. They need their three biggest stars in that company, especially MJF, because that guy was generating excitement. I mean, I keep saying it. Work rate is great. You want to have great work rate and great matches, but I'm telling you, as a fan of wrestling for a long time, work rate and great matches don't sell to the fans. And I'm just saying to the casuals, characters, storylines, that kind of stuff is what sells to the fans. That's what you need to do to get to those casual fans and bring them in, because that's going to put something over. Do you think John Cena was a great wrestler? No, but his character and his charisma, and that's what put him over. Stone Cold Steve Austin wasn't a great wrestler. What put him over is because of his gimmick, his storylines that he was in, his character. The Rock, same thing. Hulk Hogan, the NWO, Triple H, The Undertaker. These were great characters that put them over, not the work rate.
Yeah, and by the way, I just got something here. A potential DeAndre Ayton trade package floating around. Suns received Nick Claxton, Joe Harris, and Cam Thomas for DeAndre Ayton.
Wait. Is this like BS or is this serious?
This is it's reported by Real Quinton Mayo. It's a guy from Blue Wire Sports, a Washington Wizards insider. So,
is this a credible source?
I mean, the guy's verified.
So let me see. Give me the trade is DeAndre Ayton for Cam Thomas, Nicholas Claxton, and Joe Harris.
Yes.
Has this not been reported by Shams or Woj or Stein or any of these people? Then I don't believe it.
No, I just got this alert. I get alerts from this guy all the time.
I've heard rumors about them trying to get Ayton because they want to get a big man in there to help out with. Now you got Simmons, you got.
Where's the spacing then? I mean, I get you have Kyrie and KD, but with Ben Simmons down there, with Ayton down there.
Ben Simmons is a point guard / shooting guard.
He'll go to the full. Trust me, he'll go to the full.
You put Kyrie at point guard. You have Simmons be your shooting guard or small forward. Durant can play power forward, and you have Ayton as your center.
I think. Yes, Simmons should go to.
I don't love Ayton either.
Simmons should go to the 3, but he's no damn near shooting guard.
No, but he's played point guard. He played point guard for Philly, and he was actually pretty good.
Yeah, you can put him at point and put Kyrie at the 2. You could do that.
You know why I see them if that trade is actually real? Why I think they would do it? Because they have no low post scoring or rebounding, and that's exactly what DeAndre Ayton's game is. He's not as good as on the defensive side, but Ayton is a very good scoring big man as well as good at rebounding. So that's why I could see them maybe going after that, because their one biggest deficiency on that team was the rebounding and the down low scoring. So we'll have to see. I mean, I don't know if I agree with it completely, but DeAndre Ayton paired with Irving, Durant, and Simmons would be interesting, and that's clearly them just going for it this year. They're just putting all their chips on the table and trying to see if they can win a championship, but I don't know. I got to see from more credible sources. I'm interested, but I don't know. As a Nets fan, I really don't know how I feel about it. Slay, were you about to say something, Slay?
No, I was gonna say, why is it so quiet in here?
Oh, I'm just listening to you guys. I'm just listening to you guys talk, man. He was in the process of giving out a thought, and I was just listening.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know how to feel about that because Ayton was so bad for the Suns this playoffs, and he's so big.
Yeah.
Mitch, name me one unknown player on the Sixers right now.
What do you mean unknown? All the players are known.
No, no one knows this guy.
Okay, Jaden Springer.
No, I actually know who that is. I can't play that clip. Hold up, I can't do that. Another.
I mean, dude, like all these players I'm about to name, we already know.
I'm saying like off your bench or some shit, not.
Yeah, Isaiah Joe.
All right, another one. Just one more.
Who's that guy?
Is there a point to all this?
I'd like to hear what Adam feels about that.
I just want to play a clip.
Let's play the clip.
No, I just name an unknown player. Yo,
I just gave you two.
All right, AK, you gave one on the Bulls. Unknown player on the Bulls.
Why the fuck no, don't bring me into this.
No.
Adam, I got a question for you. Did you hear the rumor that Mitch said the Nets might be looking to try to get Ayton for Cam Thomas, Claxton, and Harris? How do you feel about that?
I think Ayton will do well in the East. There are not many centers like him, and I think he'd have a solid year. I mean, if you can keep a guy like KD, right? It's all about keeping your superstar. Otherwise, if you're going to get Ayton and then get rid of KD, you're kind of at square one. So,
yeah, I agree. I think it's just that they're pretty much putting their chips on the table and seeing what they can do in terms of this year, because they're going to just see if they do get an Ayton, and they're going to try to see if that big four of Ayton, Durant, Irving, and Simmons could get the job done this year. And if they don't, I would not be surprised if the Nets dismantle their whole team if they can't get it done with that four. If that in fact is like a legit trade rumor, because I think the Nets are going for broke this year. It's scaring me to say that.
Wait. Do you, hold on. What do you mean by that, Birdman? Do you mean by this year's rookie class or
next year or this next year?
Yeah, like.
Oh, I think this quarterback class sucks.
Yeah, but this quarterback class is just straight up ass. It's fucking booty water, booty pixelated. It's straight up trash. I'm sorry, like it's trash. Besides maybe Matt Corral, Kenny Pickett is overrated. Malik Willis is overrated. Yeah, they just not good. Or next year, next year's class is amazing, Birdman. Will Levis, Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Tyler Van Dyke, AR-15. Bro, there's a lot of them.
The problem is we can't really say truly if any of these guys are good or not because they haven't stepped on the football field in the NFL yet. So we could be saying that this class that's coming in is trash, but who knows if like a Ritter could come in and play great for Atlanta or Pickett plays good for Pittsburgh. Sam Howell. We don't really know until these guys actually get on the football field and show what they can do. I mean, right now we're all saying it's trash and we could all be proven right, but who knows? Maybe you never know. Maybe this quarterback class could actually be better than people think. And that next year's quarterback class could be bad. You really just don't know until they actually suit up and play well. Some people thought the 2018 quarterback class was going to be good, and look at that. Besides Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, the rest of them suck. So you really don't know.
I mean,
you have to see them play.
Is what's it called? About what we were just talking about? This year's class. Malik Willis. So Malik Willis was at Auburn, right? And he could have stayed and just competed with Bo Nix, but he went to Liberty and got his way out of Auburn instead of just being in the SEC, and then he went to a smaller school so he could put up stats and stuff like that. That's why I don't really like Malik Willis. He's just not, and he's supposed to throw really good. Like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Malik Willis, but I don't think I'll ever be. Let's do it. He's the third stringer right now for the Tennessee Titans.
He needs to develop. He's a developmental quarterback right now. He has talent, but he just needs to develop more as an all-around player before we can say he's anything. Definitely has a good skill set. I compare him to Jalen Hurts.
CJ Stroud is an absolute stud. I love CJ Stroud.
So when you mean coming out, you mean this year coming out, or this college year's draft coming up?
I think he means 2023.
Okay.
You could say CJ Stroud is a little more talented than Hurts, but even then, that's still like, I can't say because CJ Stroud got another year in his books.
Out of the quarterbacks this year, who do you think is in the best situation and who will do the best this year out of all the rookies?
Oh, this year.
The best situation is Malik Willis because he doesn't have to come in and be a starter. Mm-hmm. So he can sit there and learn on a good team while they try to march to the AFC title game or the Super Bowl.
I think he's in a great spot. I think Pickett's in a good spot too with Tomlin there as his head coach, and he doesn't have to play immediately. So he's got that Pittsburgh allure.
No, bro, Kenny Pickett got carried by Jordan Addison, bro. That's the Biletnikoff winner.
I'm just talking the situation he's in. Pickett's in a good situation.
Okay, well, you'll find out. You'll find out on Sundays if that's true or not.
I'm telling you, man, that dude and Jordan Addison went to USC. He just transferred there. He won the Biletnikoff last year, and Kenny Pickett, that was his go-to weapon. If he wasn't on that field, Kenny Pickett looked like a different quarterback.
I mean, listen, we'll find out. That's why they play the games, man.
Yeah.
Where did Howell go?
What's up?
He went to the
Howell went to Washington, right?
Yeah, he went to Washington.
Yo, Carson better watch out.
I think if he's not careful, Sam Howell, maybe he'll produce. I mean, I'm sure best situation, like I said, Matt Corral intrigues me because I think in Carolina it's a mess over there. So I think he'll have some chances to start some games.
Don't forget about Ritter in Atlanta, man.
Yeah, I think Ritter's going to play too.
I like him too.
Over Mariota? I don't know,
yes.
man. I like Mariota. Man, I love Mariota.
Well, Mariota.
I'm just saying, it's only going to take Mariota having one bad game before they're like, well.
Bro, Ritter's accuracy is straight trash, though. Like,
yeah, but
I like Mariota. I don't think he ever got a fair shake besides with Tennessee.
But now, teams want to start that rookie clock and get the rookies in there earlier because you see teams don't really hang on to rookie quarterbacks as long as they used to. Sometimes they only last 2, 3, 4 seasons. So they might want to start that rookie clock and get him out there immediately. If he's showing better than Mariota is just a stopgap right now. Mariota is just pretty much there to hold down the fort a little bit until they feel Ritter's ready. If Ritter, it's a straight up competition right now in Atlanta. If Ritter can go in there and training camp well, you don't know that. I mean, he can go into training camp preseason and he can outplay Mariota.
Are you in Atlanta camp right now? Are you a secret spy for them?
It's just that it's like the biggest issue with him, and it's not gonna help him that he went to Atlanta is his accuracy, bro.
They'll take a chance to put him out there to see what he's got. At this point,
I'm telling you, man, that accuracy if he don't work on that, bro, it's gonna get to him for real.
Well, okay.
We're talking about the same
point where when I look at it too, if Mariota starts doing bad, they kind of how much worse can it get? Scenario.
Pretty much.
To where Ritter can possibly sneak in and start because. I mean, if it's just his accuracy that you have to work on, well, they can work on that throughout the week, each and every week, and let him play to get better. I mean, he's not going to get better sitting on the sideline, so unless Mariota is truly showing you something and truly showing you he can lead this team and move them forward, I don't see why it would keep them from not going with Ritter.
Hey, I got a question. Who do you guys rank like from last year's quarterbacks, like T-Law, Fields, and all of them? Where would you rank them 1 through, I guess, 6? Because you got Lance, Mims, Jones, Wilson, Fields, and Lawrence. So 6.
I just want to debunk one thing real quick. You said that Desmond Ritter had accurate issues. He had one season in college where he was under 60% passing. Every other year, every other year he had 62% or better. So don't tell me he's gonna have accuracy issues. If you're gonna
look at that Alabama game though, he played a lot of shitty defense.
Alabama, I can't blame him for playing teams like that. Alabama, go study his tape. Did you study his tape?
But he played. Yes, I look back at it, but he played a lot of trash competition.
Daniel Jones sucked against Clemson. You know what does that mean? You're playing a team that's out of your league.
But if you take someone that's in your league that he played, then obviously his percentage is gonna look better because he played a lot of trash competition.
Are you kidding me? He had one of the best seasons Cincinnati has had. He had 62%, over 60% completion. He led that team to the playoffs. That was a team that wasn't supposed to be there. 3 of his guys got drafted on offense and defense.
Wasn't solely him though. I get what you mean. I get what you mean, bro.
I can't have you saying that he has accuracy issues when I read the facts out loud to you, and he's over 62% passing for his career. So that's not
played a lot of trash competition, man. I don't know if I could just say that. Like,
I mean, okay, so a lot. So did Josh Allen when he played at Wyoming. What's your point? I don't understand.
He had accuracy issues too. I'll give him that too, but he developed those accuracy issues.
Okay, so again, what's your point?
But Ritter, whenever he plays good defenses, he's just not the same quarterback. Is what I'm trying to say.
That's the quarterback coaches and the offensive coordinator's job to try to help out that accuracy, and on Ritter himself
and get him better. I mean, I get it. I understand what you're saying, but how many? That team went 13-0. How many good defenses did they play? You know what I mean? That team dominated. Okay, in their conference. So I'm sorry that when they played Alabama, he had 4 interceptions because half that team's going to the NFL. You know what I mean? Don't base it solely on that. You've got to look at the whole body of work. And the whole body of work tells me that he has 62% accuracy, he can throw the ball deep. I mean, like...
Hey, I'll be right back. Got to do something. Be right back.
I mean, this stats, his yards per attempt, 7.9, 6.7, 8.2, 8.6. Average yards per attempt was 8.4, 6.5, 8.6. The guy's throwing the ball downfield. He had 20 touchdowns, 18, 19, and 30 touchdowns. He threw for, 10,000 yards in his career. I mean, you can argue with me all you want. I'm just saying he's in Atlanta. He's a 3rd-round pick. There's nothing that says that he can't do it. But don't just say that he has accuracy issues and that's what his problem is. Josh Allen, I could bring up Josh Allen's college stats. They'd be in the 50s.
Yeah. I mean, he has other issues, too. It's not just accuracy.
What are they?
I mean, he's a guy that does a lot when he doesn't need to. He kind of plays hero ball a lot.
Yeah, I know.
But that's gonna come within time though. So I'm not even gonna blame it on that. He's a rookie still.
Yeah, but quarterbacks develop with the coaches that are around them. So if he's put in a situation such as Atlanta, who has Arthur Smith, I do believe who he is, who basically has Mariota running the offense, who got a carbon copy clone, younger Marcus Mariota with less injury history, right? Because Ritter can run, runs at 4.5 in the combine. You know, I mean, you could do a lot of things with him. Maybe he's not crazy great. I'm not saying I'm going to win a Super Bowl with him, but I think they're going to be a solid team with him playing. He's going to be an efficient quarterback. He's going to be, I bet you, his career is going to be what the Giants hope Daniel Jones' career is. That's what I believe. They believe that guy's going to be good. They're going to be in the middle of the road. There'll be a playoff team here and there. You know, he may not take you over the top, but he'll be a solid guy.
Yeah, I get what you mean, man.
Which one of these quarterbacks?
Randall, I just put it in the chat again, bud. It's in the Hardcore Sports chat.
Which one of these rookie quarterbacks you think is going to start first?
Matt Corral, for sure.
I think it's going to be Ritter.
Kenny Pickett.
QB1, Matt Corral.
Are you saying that?
Where did he go to?
He went
Right
to
from the beginning. I think.
Where did he go?
You talking about Kara?
Carolina.
Oh, he went to
Carolina,
Carolina.
Oh yeah. No, I agree with that one. I think Corral will start for Panthers.
Yeah, Sam
Corral or
Darnold.
Ritter.
Darnold is booty cheeks. I'm sorry, he's ass.
Yeah, he can beat Darnold out.
I feel like an idiot because I said that guy was going to be a good quarterback in the 2018 draft.
Oh, yo,
Boy, was I wrong.
I don't remember when CJ was trying to argue that. Oh my God, he actually thought Darnold was going to be good in Carolina.
I thought he was going to be good. I thought Darnold was going to be a better quarterback coming out of college.
Oh no, I grilled CJ on that one. He was all up my grill about how good that guy was going to be. He's like, damn, Darnold,
Okay.
it's not on
Darnold. They wouldn't have drafted Zach Wilson if they didn't think Darnold wasn't talented.
Yeah, but he was saying to me that it was all on Gase, and I was saying to him that Sam Darnold still sucked even without Gase. And he was like, I tell you that. And I remember middle of the season, he was doing okay, Darnold. And I was like, you know what, you might be right. And then the end of the year, it came on, and I looked at him like, bro.
He's trash.
He was so hell bent on Sam Darnold.
Like, even if you give the guy a good offensive line, he's still not going to be good. Like, it's just like that. He's
a shot fighter, man. He's a shot fighter. That's the problem with Sam Darnold. He has issues that weren't corrected. He got beat up in New York, and then what happens is, and this is why I think Daniel Jones is going to have a problem too, is when you get shell shocked, it doesn't go away that easily.
Yep,
you know,
you're right.
I was watching before this.
Look at Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I was watching the Kansas City Chiefs versus Tennessee Titans Week 7 game on NFL Network before my son came in and raided the TV. And I'm watching that line destroy Kansas City's line, having them go run in circles. Like, Patrick Mahomes had no idea where they were coming from. And I'm looking at the Giants line, I'm like, man, they got a bunch of guys that haven't played with each other before, and they're coming up against this defense. Will Daniel Jones be able to handle that? Because those are the type of things that I worry about. And Sam Darnold has, like, when you're saying you're seeing ghosts, that tells me you're rattled. But then when you can't, if you're not protected, like if Sam Darnold went to a team that was ready-made and the offensive line was good and he could sit back there and repair his confidence.
You'd be a Jimmy G.
Okay, but what happened was you see that first jersey flash in front of you and you get skittish and you're like, oh my God, I'm worried about the rush, and then you don't see what's downfield and you get sacked. So that's why I'm worried about Daniel Jones. Is like, he's been sacked a lot. He's got a lot of pressure on him, and he gets shell-shocked a lot. So maybe it's time to just move on with a guy and let him get out of this element, this environment, to see if he can break out of the funk.
Remember what happened to Eli Manning at the end of his career, where he would always just go down to the ground anytime anyone was near him because he was shell-shocked from getting hit so much from how bad the offensive line was. I agree with Adam. I think that's one of the biggest things you got to worry about with Daniel Jones is, he has all this. He has an improved offensive line, supposedly. He's got healthy playmakers, better coaching, all this stuff. Is Daniel Jones not shell-shocked from what happened to him? Cerebrally, he could be all messed up, and then he might not be able to come back. So I agree exactly with what Adam's saying. That's a good point.
I'll send it to you, Birdman.
I mean, let's look at it here, right? He was sacked. I'm going to look and see how many years he was sacked. So the first year, 38 times. He played 12 games, got sacked 38 times. Year number 2, he got sacked 45 times. Year number 3, he got sacked 22 times and then was out for the year. He has 105 sacks in his first 3 years of, or being sacked in his first 3 years of playing. You can't tell me that's not going to put a little bit of a sidestep in your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, especially when that first leaky line happens against, Tennessee, you're sitting there and, John Feliciano misses a block, or, Evan Neal takes the wrong step on a veteran defensive end and he's sitting there and gets back and he gets hit a couple times. Is he going to be able to?
Mitch, can you send it to him?
Get through?
What?
Sorry.
Send Birdman the link.
I agree, Adam.
I got you.
Thanks.
You were just like, can you send him the link? I'm like, wait, what? I got you.
I agree, Adam. I think the offensive line will be better when it actually gels.
Yeah, Birdman is there.
there's a lot of unprovenness in that offensive line, and even a guy like Andrew Thomas, can he prove to stay healthy? Evan Neal's never taken a snap in the NFL yet. Azudu's never taken a snap. Lemieux's coming off a serious injury. Feliciano was a solid veteran, but what is he right now? And then Glowinski. Is he going to be a guy that's going to be able to play well in New York compared to when he was on that great line in Indianapolis? And even if they are better than we think, they got to take time to gel. So,
but my question is, like, would you rather have a quarterback that you can mold, that you can get through the shell shockness, or a guy that you have to kind of like break out of a funk, who's already been in the league 3 years, who's only seen nothing but sacks? I mean, listen, 105 sacks in 3 years, that's a lot of sacks, man. You know, I mean, that wears on you. That stays in the back of your mind. And
that ain't no lie.
Yo, Randall, Birdman, what's good?
Just look what happened to Eli, and let's just use that as an example. He was shell-shocked for the rest of his career because he got hit so much.
What's up, Mitch?
It was sad watching.
What up, man?
What's up, Birdman?
What's up, Can you guys hear me?
Yo, yes,
sir.
you're good.
Nice.
Yo!
Yo! What's going on, sir?
I just love how we all went, yo!
Quiet, yeah.
Definitely.
Hey, Randy,
Good to
I got a
see
quick
you,
question.
man. Appreciate you for stopping through.
Yeah, me
Hopefully you're
too.
doing good, man.
Yo, hopefully you're doing well. Randy, quick question for you. Since you're doing the UFC for the network, who would you like on the thumbnail? Like, is there a specific match that should put on the thumbnail that you would like, or
from the start of the fight to the end of the fight, because this card is insane, bro.
So should I just put one of everybody then?
Yeah, I would just honestly put everybody's name, and then we could probably just start the thumbnail from there.
Hey, what's
Yeah.
up, bro? What's good, bro?
Yeah, I got the card. I'll do
Just
that.
because like the card is stacked from like top to begin or top to bottom, bro. Like honestly, the first match of the night could be the last match of the night. So
Yeah, bro, that card
it's gonna be hype.
Yo, that card is so stacked, dog. I've been waiting
Oh,
this for
it
years.
is stacked, man. Like the undercards, the fights that are for free on TV could legitimately be the pay-per-view itself. Like it's nuts.
Bro, you got Uriah Hall fighting on the prelims. That's how
You got Brad Tavares fighting on the prelims too.
Exactly.
Like that homeboy should be
so good,
for a
bro.
title
No.
soon, bro.
Randy, it's gonna be you and Nas doing it for the network.
Yeah, I'm going to do co with Nas.
Wait,
Yeah,
I'm
we've been
gonna
talking.
join that. I'm gonna join that too with y'all.
Come on,
Yeah,
you're telling me you guys would rather watch that and not watch Bobby Lashley versus Theory?
Hell no.
Jeff, I'm sorry, but
on.
I'd rather see them
UFC.
actually cause real
Bro.
harm rather than just choreographed harm.
I don't blame
UFC
you.
is on another stratosphere, bro. UFC is taking.
Yeah, we were talking about this on the stream last time. Like UFC is just on a whole nother stratosphere. Like
Oh,
no
Birdman
offense to
left.
your guys' wrestling and anything, because like I have mad respect for those guys because what they do isn't easy either. But what UFC does is completely different.
Yes, sir. UFC.
Oh, yeah, you
right
can't even
now
compare
is
the
number
two of
one.
them.
No,
Yeah,
you
one's
can't.
one's
Hey,
a
what's
sport,
the-
one's a TV show.
Exactly.
What up, Joe? Been a minute, bro.
There we go.
I still remember what Joel used to call.
What is
Smee all
one
the
of
time,
your
but I'm not gonna
most
say it on the
favorite-
podcast.
Penis.
What is one of your most favorite wrestling matches? I just started watching wrestling on the network.
Triple H Undertaker? Triple H Undertaker won for me for sure.
Oh man,
There's
That
so
might-
many. You know
Mine
who
is-
I'm gonna say? It's John Cena and Rob Van Dam at ECW One Night Stand.
One Night Stand, yeah.
That's my
man, I got to go with Undertaker, McFoley, Hell in a Cell,
Oh my god.
Yes.
Ultimate.
Whoever watched that live, bro, you lucky.
I watched that live. I watched that shit live.
I mean, were you weren't at the you weren't there, were you?
No. I watched it on TV.
Okay, I was gonna say if you were there, like holy shit.
Triangle
Oh,
ladder match, WrestleMania 16. Hardy Boys versus Dudleys versus Edge and Christian.
I knew
That
someone
was-
was gonna say that.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, John Cena and Shawn Michaels WrestleMania.
Yo, the first
All right,
ever.
fellas, I'm gonna head it out. See you
All right,
later.
Adam.
Thanks for
Take
having
it
me.
easy, Adam.
All right, take
Adam,
it easy.
talk to you, bro.
Peace,
Talk to
Adam.
you.
Peace out,
John
bro.
Cena versus CM Punk, Money in the Bank 2011.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. That's when John Cena was doing his little U.S. title shots and shit like that. He was
That
giving
was
the
great.
younger. Yeah, he
Cena
was
versus
giving the younger
Owens.
guys. Yeah,
Huh.
Neville. You got Neville. He also gave guys like
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, like
Balor.
Balor, yeah.
How about this one?
Stone
Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock, WrestleMania 17.
Well, you can put any one of them on there. You can put any one on there.
That was a classic match.
But 17 was the best. The match was great, and because of what happened after when Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin shook hands at the end of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
No wrestling fan expected that.
How about Brock versus Big Show when they broke the ring?
Oh yeah, Brock Lesnar.
That was a superplex off the rope, and yeah, that was dope.
Remember when Brock Lesnar did the 450 splash off the thing, and he jumped I think it was
was it Shooting Star Press?
Shit.
Yeah, he did a
question for him
off the thing.
I got an underrated one for you guys. 2017 SummerSlam. Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe versus Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar. WWE title match. That was a great match. Very underrated recent match. For
Joe
WWE.
versus Brock Lesnar was good enough.
Great Balls of Fire? Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was Brock versus Braun versus Roman at Great Balls of Fire. That was another really good match too.
I'd probably say Brock versus Roman, their first matchup, when Seth Rollins cashed in on them. That was a great match too. The whole entire match thing, it was great.
Randy Orton's RKO.
Can you guys believe that The Rock actually he tried out for the CFL up here in Canada and he got cut?
I think Roman Reigns was he played at Georgetown with Calvin Johnson.
Randy, I just got it. Is this the main card?
Yes, sir.
That's the main card?
You
Perfect.
talking about the UFC, Mitch?
Yeah. Because I'm making a thumbnail now.
Yeah.
What's up,
got you. I can do it for you, Mitch. I can do it.
I got it.
I already know all the guys that's going to be on it.
Yes, Olivia.
I already made like 4 today, so if you want to make this one, go for it. I already made 4.
Got you, man. I'll help you out here.
Yeah, just do that one.
Sleeping after this.
Are you Are you doing the wrestling there, Mitch?
It's me, AK, Mac, Jeff. I think he's in it. I think it's just us 4.
When does yours guys start at the same time?
It starts at 8, and you guys start at 10.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna end around 11, and then yours will probably end at like what, 1 or 2 Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah, Slay. As soon as you got it done, just DM it to me.
I got you, dog.
Yeah, Kurt Angle did have some pretty dope matches.
He did.
Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon?
Yeah.
How about Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton at the WrestleMania 22? WrestleMania 22.
Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle. WrestleMania.
Kurt Angle versus Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, Eddie.
How about Undertaker
versus
versus
Brock Lesnar?
How about Undertaker versus Undertaker? That did happen.
No.
That did happen.
Kurt Angle versus Brock
I'm not
Lesnar.
joking. That actually did
I
happen.
know.
How about who fought God? Who was that?
Vince McMahon. It was Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon versus Shawn Michaels and God in 2006.
I forgot.
How the hell did that work out?
Vince McMahon was losing his mind because he lost the match against Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 22. So Vince McMahon started coming out in a promo after WrestleMania saying, well, the only reason why you won is because you had God on your side. So then he just went nuts, and he just challenged him, I believe, at Backlash that year to a tag team match with Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon against Shawn Michaels and God. And God was just one of those spotlights, pretty much. that was Vince McMahon's losing his mind at that point. That's not
pretty
competition
much,
that actually happened.
So pretty much he flopped himself around on the mat with no one?
No, it was pretty much a handicap match.
It was a handicap match.
Yeah, it was just a stupid gimmick thing that they were doing. But it was
just like every time the ring post will light up.
See, I would have had so much more respect if he would have got his ass kicked by an invisible no one.
Oh, Vince McMahon would have done it. He would have pretended a chair shot was like the chair was hitting his head. That's
what I'm saying.
Would have done that, it's Vince McMahon.
That would have made it way more funnier.
as much as we make fun of Vince and like we criticize him for what's going on now, Vince McMahon back in the day would have done anything, and we all watched it during the Attitude Era and during the Ruthless Aggression era. Vince McMahon would have done anything on TV to get a reaction, whether it was positive or negative. He would have said something. He would have gotten hit with a steel chair, thrown through a table, thrown off a balcony. It doesn't matter what happened. Vince McMahon would have always done something to get a reaction from the fans.
Bro, how many times did Stephanie get abducted?
Shane,
That's
Stephanie,
his daughter.
Yeah, his own
Stephanie
daughter.
did all that stuff too. Shane, how many times did Shane McMahon get thrown off a Titantron or like off a steel cage or something?
Right.
These insane stunts.
Yeah, they're all about the entertainment, that family.
What's your breaking news, Juice? Throw it in the chat.
Don't trust him. This guy's an ultimate troll. He tries to troll, but he does a bad job at
Don't
it.
troll then. Don't troll, bro.
He's going
Did you
to.
guys hear about that bettor who parlayed his bets? So he bet on the Rams to win the Super Bowl, then he bet on the Warriors to win the NBA chip, and then he bet on the Colorado Avalanche to win the Stanley Cup. So he had a $5 bet. He parlayed all those bets, and he won $269K.
Hey!
I thought he'd be able to win more than that.
But on a $500 bet, because you're parlay, because of like the odds.
Yeah,
are
but look
they
how
change
much he
it more
won.
when they get closer to the date, right? So he can't mess with that. It kind of just fluctuates. But the fact that on a $500 bet you won $290K, like that's saying a lot. That's nice. That's a good day there. That was me, by the way. No, I'm just kidding.
We do actually have breaking news. I think Randall put in the chat before. WWE signed MMA Bellator fighter Valerie Loureda to a multi-year deal. So they brought in another MMA female for the WWE roster.
Yeah.
Right. Dude,
she didn't
you gotta
want
stop
to sign with the
shit.
UFC, and she didn't want to sign with the UFC because the UFC didn't want to give her a more than a 3-fight contract, and she wanted a 6-fight contract, which would have given her enough time, like at least maybe 2 years worth of service. But they were like, no, we just don't see it with you, so she decided to go with you guys.
She said that she'll still remain with Bellator even though she's under contract full time with WWE. She'll still be in contact with Bellator.
So,
But
Olivia,
go ahead.
you can finish. I'll go after you.
Oh, I was just gonna say that Bellator did say though that if at any point when there's a match that comes up and she's already preoccupied with you guys, they will have to at some point in time terminate her contract because she has to decide at some point which organization she's going to stand with full time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
She's the
Olivia, we're going live.
former
I'm going live
American
tonight for the AEW Blood and Guts, and Saturday night at 8 it's me, AK, Jeff, Mac the Giants fan for WWE Money in the Bank. Those are the next two. I do AEW every week. So
She's apparently going to be the first Cuban American woman to be a WWE superstar too. So that's a little.
wow.
That's
She's also
huge,
best.
man.
She's also best friends with rising star in NXT Nikita Lyons.
Oh, there you go. It's probably
Her
her
and Nikita
in.
Lyons are very close. So
Sweet.
you could see. I'll give WWE credit for one thing, and I was watching NXT last night. They got a nice little collection of young women in that company that are going to be
They
something.
do.
Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, Nikita Lyons. I think Tiffany Stratton's going to be good. I could easily see Valerie Loureda being something. Kiana James looks good. Tatum Paxley. They have a nice little core of very talented women in that roster. If they can
Right
keep
on.
them together. So
Well,
I'll give them credit for that.
Well, Mitch, I'm gonna leave it up to you to end the stream, but I gotta get going and do some things. But appreciate you guys so much for coming in and chopping it up with me. Shout out to Nate still in here hanging with us. Please hit that like button on your way in or way out. But yeah, you all have a great day, and I'll see y'all later.
Take it easy, AK.
All right.
I'll stay on the stream for a little longer, then I got to bounce. I'm just going to pause it because I make a quick short on this.
I'm probably gonna keep this going for like another. I'm probably gonna keep this up for like another half hour because I was planning on to watch Stranger Things and like catch up before on Friday. So that was my.
So I'm going to bounce right now, but you guys are doing a thing tomorrow for the NBA free agency, so I'll hop on with.
Yeah. I think we're going on at 5 Eastern. I might start it earlier depending on how the free agency signings and trades go.
Perfect.
So-
'Cause I'll be home at my time about 3 o'clock, so that'll line up almost similar. So that'll work perfect.
All right, man. I'll
All
catch
right,
you.
Mitch. I'll see you tomorrow, Jeff. Peace out. DPS. Slay.
Yes, sir,
See you
man.
tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, man. See you tomorrow.
And then there were 3. So, yeah, Jews
Ooh.
were not doing that.
Yeah.
WWE does ruin things. I'll give you that. It does. But you got to give credit where credit is due. The last 2 pay-per-views, or 2 or 3, have been decent. They have been good, better than what the others have been in the build and all that. It's been lackluster. That's the only thing for me. It's a freaking build. And what is going on with this Vince McMahon thing? He pops out on every show now. Like, really? I thought he stepped down, but who the hell knows now? Like, seriously. Ah, bruh. It's exhausting making all these thumbnails. I got all the scenes ready for this week. Oh, I did one for Cole, so you gotta put that up. Or I'll put it up for him. But, so Slay, you do it on the network with Naj and Randy?
Yes, sir.
All right, we got you 3 on the network. Perfect, which is good. Ow. Fuck, I just stuck my foot. God damn
Damn,
it.
that's tragic.
That's like the worst thing.
Yeah, bro. Them shit be sucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. This fight card is gonna be amazing though.
Oh, really? I don't pay that much attention to it.
I actually don't think Money in the Bank is going to be that terrible either. Besides the women's matches, I don't think the Money in the Bank briefcase matches are going to be bad. The women's one looks good. The tag team title match will be good, and I think if they get the right person to be that last spot for the men, I think the men's one could be good too. It's just that the title matches are going to be disaster.
Yeah.
It's so bad for the women's matches. No,
I wonder who's going to be the last entrant for the men's Money in the Bank.
I hope it's Kevin Owens.
On SmackDown though, so that doesn't mean anything. Like,
well, yeah.
Watch it be Elias.
I wouldn't be shocked if they give it to Ezekiel, to be honest. I would not be shocked if they give it to Ezekiel.
Yeah. And Austin Theory is going to beat Lashley. That's common sense.
Well, I made a video on it earlier. I mean, I said who I'd like to see as the last couple of entrants. At least they did it right. Got Riddle in the match. Give me at least either Nakamura, Styles, Owens, or Balor as the last person that's in that match, please.
Yeah.
Give me somebody that's like the fans want to see and is either ready to break out and become a world champion. I don't want it to be Rollins, though I think Rollins is the favorite for the men. I'd actually rather it be Riddle or Zayn. Both of them are ready to become world champions. So I think it makes sense too, because Zayn's that like mascot for the bloodline. You could easily see him eventually, turning face and winning that title. And then Riddle is kept saying he wants to get back at the bloodline for what they did to Randy Orton. So the storylines write themselves. But then again, I could see Rollins winning the championship and then have Cody Rhodes come back at the Royal Rumble. And then you have Rhodes versus Rollins at WrestleMania, since Rhodes got taken out by Rollins. And then Cody beats Rollins at WrestleMania and becomes world champion at the next WrestleMania. So it makes sense. Like, you can go either way. And in terms of the women, I think it's going to be Lacey Evans, honestly. But I hope it's going to be Liv Morgan. I'm hoping they're going to give Liv Morgan the opportunity to become champion.
Why do I think it's going to be Becky Lynch?
If it's Becky, you're wasting the briefcase. Becky doesn't need it. Should be going to somebody that's ready to break through. That's why I say Liv Morgan, Shotzi, even like Lacey Evans to a degree. Give it to somebody that's ready to become world champion. Becky doesn't need it.
I was thinking for the men's, Seth Rollins, predictable. I don't want to go to Seth, but
Seth doesn't need it.
I know they don't, but it's just like those are the only ones I can think that WWE would do.
I think they do Riddle. I'd be honest, I think they would do Riddle. I think they're ready to give Riddle the title. You could just see because they're pushing him a lot. So I think they're just waiting for the right opportunity to eventually just give Riddle that title. Just split the damn titles up again too, please. We don't need one world championship on Roman Reigns. It's Brock Lesnar all over again, and he held the championship hostage. Just get the friggin' title off of Roman Reigns, or split it back up where you have 2 world championships again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous what they're doing with this. It's ruining the title. Just being honest, it's ruining the credibility of that title by keeping it on Roman Reigns when he's not even a full-time star right now. And the storyline is over. Nobody cares about the bloodline stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna bounce, guys. So thank you for having me out on the stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna end this.
If everybody hasn't already, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already to these fine content creators and everybody else that were on the panel today. And enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Mitch is going to be streaming AEW live party, so if you guys have the chance, come by the Hardcore Sports Network as well as come by Mitch's stream to just check out the AEW watch party. We got some things going on for the rest of the week, so thank you very much for coming by. We got the NBA free agency opening up on Thursday, so make sure you come by and see that. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take it easy, everybody. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See ya.
How's it going?
And we also got Big Moves Timus. He's gonna be on the network tonight at 8:00 Eastern Standard Time. He's a Commanders fan, so that is what's going to happen. And yeah, guys, make sure you subscribe, do all that stuff. We'll talk to you all later. Have a good night, guys. Peace. Or have a good rest of your day. Peace. See you guys at 8:00 Eastern Standard Time. My channel for AEW Watch Along. Watch Party.